a shed. Wolf in sheep clothing, birds of prey waiting to swoop down on you, and there's no telling what they'll do.
Good morning, Grenada, Carriacou, Petite Martinique, the rest of the Eastern Caribbean, and all those of you listening in Radio Land. I am CJ, and this is Real FM 91.9 and 91.5. We are broadcasting from Main Street Sauters in beautiful and historic St. Patrick. Good morning.
Good morning, CJ.
Good
Good morning,
morning.
nation. Yes, good day. Good morning. This morning.
Good morning, and go ahead. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Heavenly Father, this morning we do approach your throne of grace and mercy, Lord. Thank you for another day. Every day we celebrate life, it's enough to give you thanks and to give you praise. Lord, even as we come before your throne this morning, we know you're a God who will never tired of hearing your children call upon you, because you encourage us in your word to call upon the name of the Lord and make your supplication, make your petition be known unto God, and the God of peace, the peace of God that passeth all understanding will keep our hearts and our minds. And Lord, this morning as we come, we know we are worried and sometimes feel so burdened with so many things around us, oh God. But even God, before we even tell it to you, Lord, you know, as the songwriter say, you know all our troubles, you know all our stress. And the comfort we can take in the words and in songs, what a friend we have in Jesus, all our sins and griefs today. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Father, we thank you for another day that we can celebrate life, and oh God, for all the good things you have given us. We thank you for that shower offering this morning. Lord, we are thankful for the little ones and the big ones, Lord. And in everything you say, give thanks. And this morning, we just want to say thank you for watching over us. Thank you for your loving hands, your care, your compassion, your mercies, your forgiveness, sometimes which we don't even deserve. Because you know how sinful we are, how, you know, our hearts sometimes not even, we don't even sometimes leave a little room, a little inch in our hearts to let you in. Sometimes we are so bogged down with the cares and the affairs of this life that sometimes we forget that there is a God. And God, this morning you still clothe us, you feed us, you provide for us, you cover us, you protect us. And there's so many things, Lord, this morning we just want to say thanks for watching over us as a nation, God. God, we thank you, even as we see on the news what's taking place in our court system, that there's some breakthrough on some of these drive-by shooting. And oh God, we just want to give you praise and thanks, God. We pray that you continue to help us, watch over our city, defend our city, watch over the affairs of our citizens, Lord. And we just pray today for your protection. We pray for your covering, Lord. We pray even as the amnesty is out there for the weapons, God. We are finding so many weapons, so much weapons in places, oh God, illegal weapons, God. And Lord, we are praying that persons would take the opportunity to bring them in. And if they choose not to bring them in, they want to play like there's hard and callous against the law. We pray, God, you would sift them out. You will help them to be discovered. You can open doors. You can give leads, Lord. And we pray for the RGPF. I know that task is a very strenuous one. The safety and security of our country lies with you, oh God. But we know there are people that you have tasked with these responsibility in our nation. And God, I pray that you would help them, help them to get the leads that they need and the right information. So God, we can have these things off the street, Lord. God, we just pray that we can sometimes boast that we are pure Grenada, but when we're looking at our conscience here, it is stony, Lord. We are shivering, Lord, but we still pray, God, that we maintain the peace, the purity, the tranquility, the coolness and calmness that we would like to see in our nation. And God, as we come to you this morning, in the name of Jesus, we pray that God, you will defend our posts, defend our borders, every part of this trial and state where there's entries. We know there's a lot of bays and keys and so on where things can come in illicitly. And God, we just pray that you would put a stop. You would have your watchful eyes over us because we have a youthful population to protect. We have our families to protect. And oh God, we just pray that you will cover us in a special way today as we continue to pray. God, I pray even as we go about this day, Lord, we ask for your blessings, your mercies, and whatever our hands find to do, oh God, help us to do willingly with our heart. Give a good day's work for a good day's pay, and Lord, may your blessing fall those in authority, Lord. We call upon you for them that you'll give them wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to lead and govern this country aright, oh God. And this today, Lord, we just be mindful of giving you all the thanks, all the praise, all the glory and honor that is due unto your name. Bless Clay and her program today as she deliver it, and Lord, continue to use Real FM as a big light and hope in this child and state we pray in Jesus' name.
Amen. You got rain this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing, it came and but it didn't. They don't last long as we want them to, and what we want the showers to. He just poured and that's it, and you go outside and it's like nothing happened. But we're saying thank you for small blessings, right?
Yeah.
We're not complaining.
Good.
Alrighty, have yourself a great day.
All right. Bless it to you too.
Okay, bye bye.
All right.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissy. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
The first word when you speak about furniture is classic. Yes, at Classic Furniture, they design and make the best in local furniture. All their products are made from the finest local wood available on island. You think it, they design it, and make it to your expectations. The highest standards at the best possible price. And they also provide higher purchase for you, their valued customers. Located on Ben Jones Street in Grenville, with their factory at Chantemelle in St. Patrick. That's where you need to visit when looking for products made of the finest local wood. They deliver and install items at no extra cost. Your satisfaction is their mission. The extra step is taken to ensure their customers are completely satisfied. They do doors and finished kitchens, supplies mattresses, and restores antique pieces to look like the first day they were made. Hey, give us a call on 442-4645 and 442-9726. Classic Furniture, Grenada's homegrown furniture producers.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself. A taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Tourism is me, tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
GRENDEC Community Partnership Initiative.
The theme for the science fair is water and energy strategies, the key to sustainable development. It encourages students, it promotes caring for the environment, sustainable development, and we want the students to display practical activities and real-life situations of what is really going on out in their environment. And we look forward to companies like GRENDEC continuing to see the relevance and significance of something like a national science fair.
GRENDEC, energizing our community.
It is that time when I check the live to say good morning. And let me start off by saying good morning to Claude Abraham, Carol Belfon, Errol Bonaparte, Walland Aquat, Marlon Klein, good morning to you. Mary Olavachi, buongiorno. Gemma Warwood, Alban Harris, Shirley Scarrett, Baby Daddy, good morning to you. Adrian Watts, Faithlin Hallie Douglas, and let's see, Ivor Hollis, Jerome Lewis. Good morning to you, Jerome. I know Tio is in the house again. And Natalia John, good morning to you. Hope all is well. Let me also say good morning to the folks that I have written here. Like, good morning, Miss Job. Hope all is well with you. Kenro, good morning. Coffee, good morning. Miss Matheson, Lorna Bain, out there in Tio. I know you'll be checking in soon. Nurse Francis in Chantimal. Brooklyn, good morning. Norma. Marilyn Franklin, good morning to you. Let me also say good morning to Marilyn Ferguson. Scott Booker out there in Birch Grove. Yualma Emery. Keith Sylvan, good morning to you. Ephraim, good morning to you also. Good morning to Lynette John, Cynthia Bartholomew, Elsa Corian, William Pear, good morning. Pat Pear, good morning to you. Pat Kip James, good morning to you also. Ian Millett in Montridge there and wifey. Good morning to Esther Pascal. Teresa Ganes, good morning. Antonio Rogers, good morning. Michael Fraser. Good morning to the Glenn family out there from Mali and in the U.S. at the moment. The Kelly's family out there in Madeiz. Bandy, good morning to you. With Ruth, Odinga, and Simeon. Carla English, good morning. I know you're not at work as yet and you might be listening on your way, but I'll hail you up again. Good morning to Mary in Toronto, which is Chance the Game 97. Good morning to Noise, if you're listening. You do check in. Collins, good morning to you. Mona, good morning. How are you? Good morning to the Dead family out there in Toronto, which is Daphne, Ethan, Olivia, and Arlene. I know that you all are listening. Good morning to you, Mr. Gordon. I'm hoping that you get acclimatized now from the Jamaica sun and you come back in the Toronto sun. But, you know, sun is sun. We're enjoying it regardless of which place, part of the world that we are in. So this is what I have so far. And as we go along, I'll continue to say good morning to each and every one of you. It is 7:15. Let's see what we have here.
In your search for happiness, you got to leave a little room for loneliness. More things could happen all of a sudden before you realize it's only a disguise. You got to be careful. gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
Doing good water handling practices can save you and the environment in the future. Remember to close the tap when brushing your teeth, bathing, washing wares, or shaving. Leaving the tap open while performing these tasks can waste as much as 30 gallons of water collectively. Conserve water today.
A message from the Climate Resilient Water Sector in Grenada, G-Cruise Project.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Grenada Community Partnership Initiative.
The theme for the science fair is water and energy strategies, the key to sustainable development. It encourages students, it promotes caring for the environment, sustainable development, and we want the students to display practical activities and real-life situations of what is really going on out in their environment. And we look forward to companies like Grenada continuing to see the relevance and significance of something like a national science fair.
Grenada, energizing our community.
In 2024, the Grenada Invitational will celebrate our Grenadian sporting heroes as we celebrate 50 years of independence and 40 years of participation at the Olympics. Thursday, June 6, beginning at 4:30 p.m., our international track and field stars will compete against the world's best at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium.
This is Kirani, and I'm happy to announce that I will be participating.
My name is Anderson Peters. I'm pleased to announce that I will be participating in the 2024 Grenada Invitational.
Tickets are now available at the Grenadian Optical, Maxis Bar, Licks and Bites, Mega Force Promotion Office at the Blue Street Mall, and GoToFed.com. Thursday, June 6th, the Olympic send-off.
Ladies, I'm calling on all the ladies. Let's get out there and showcase our athletic prowess by signing up for the 10-10 limited over windball cricket for women, starting on Friday, May 31st at 4 p.m. at the TAMCC Grass Lawn, also known as On the Canal. Registration fee $5 per player. Just organize your team and come on out. It's a recreational exercise to have fun. Don't miss this one. It is a blue ball edition. For more information, contact Devon Charles on 420-4232 or Penny at 537-0440. Let's play cricket. Lovely cricket.
It is 17 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, and I think I've got drumsticks online. Good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, CJ. How are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good.
I feel like I haven't heard you for a long, long time. You feeling that way too?
That is true. Because my phone was gone when I tried to come back to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So go ahead, please.
Yeah. Good morning to the nation. I'm reading from the Word of God. St. John chapter 3, verses 4. Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter the second time into his mother's womb and be born? Jesus answered, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of God. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, and that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Marvel not that I said unto thee, ye must be born again. The wind blow where it is listed, and thou hearest the song thereof, but canst not tell where it cometh from, and whither it goes. So it is everyone that is born of the Spirit. Nicodemus answered and said unto him, how can this thing be? This is the end of the scripture this morning.
Thank you so very much, and have yourself a great day. I ain't forgetting my peppers. Don't even think about it, eh? Peppers! Oh, yes, we had a good shower this morning, but is it enough to keep the pepper going, though?
When we come in right now, you know it falling?
It falling?
Falling?
At your place?
Yes.
Oh, isolated showers totally, because we got ours this morning.
Okay.
Only this morning, so you're getting your part of it now.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, enjoy.
Yeah, you too.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
You got to be careful. You got to be careful. How you move when you move it. Which direction you go in. You got to be careful. You got to be careful, careful.
It is 20 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock, and I've got Fimba Frank for you from the Met Office to tell you what the weather is going to be like. Good morning to you, Fimba, and how are you?
Hey, good morning. Good. It's a cloudy morning across most of the state. Down here at the southernmost end of the state, the winds are blowing from the southeast at 12 miles per hour. The pressure is above the mean and it's rising at 1015.1 millibars. Present temperature 28.4 degrees. Orange 84%. Maximum temperature here within the last day went up to 31.2, while the minimum temperature last night was 26.4. Please note, all temperatures at all times are in Celsius. In terms of rain here, within the last day, not much, only 0.9 of a millimeter. Hence, for the month so far, total goes up to 9.2 mm. Please note, this is only for the airport. Now let's take a look at the forecast for the day and the nighttime. The weather is expected to be mostly fair and windy, with a growth in cloud cover during the nighttime and some light rain. Maximum temperature should get up to near 32 degrees. Winds easterly to southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, with gusting higher at times. Waves should get up to near 6 feet, hence seas will be moderate. Tides are high now, should be low this afternoon near 1 o'clock, and then high again this evening near 7:30. Sunset 6:27, sunrise on Wednesday 5:41. Just to recap the forecast, followed for the day and the nighttime, the weather is to be mostly fair and windy during the daytime, and then during the nighttime we should see a growth in the cloud cover with some light rain. That should be mostly after midnight. That's it from the Met Office. From my friend.
Thank you, Fimba, and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.
Where you go when you're walking. What you say when you're talking. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful, careful.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Ozone really gets it clean. Get with the Ozone family line of products. Ozone liquid laundry detergent, perfect for your semi or fully automatic washing machines, yet suitable for your hand wash, soft on your hands. Ozone disinfectant cleaner. It's the most powerful disinfectant and cleaner with a long-lasting fresh scent. Tackles every job around the house or office. Ozone detergent powder and ultra soft fabric softener gets your clothes clean with a natural freshness, keeps your colors bright. Choose from the wonderful scents soft flower, ocean breeze, and the new aloe vera. Keep your kitchen sparkling clean with the Ozone dishwashing liquid, Ozone sponges and cleaning cloth. Ozone toilet bowl cleaner removes lime scale and kills germs while giving your toilet a refreshing scent. Ozone really gets it clean. Marketed and distributed by Calico, Frequente St. George's, and are available at shops and supermarkets nationwide.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
And it is 7:28. Mona, let me tell you, he made it in. He made it. But let me say good morning to everyone in Montreat because I don't want Mona to take me out. Mona said I must say good morning to everybody in Montreat. So everybody in Montreat, good morning to you from yours truly here and Jester. Morning, Jester. How are you?
Clay, good morning and good morning.
You don't have to shout my name like that, you know. Just say good morning.
If you're asking me.
Because you see, you started off with all that speed and then you're just going along. So keep the speed up. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Speed up, up. Go on, good.
My stride already.
Oh, you're in a stride? Ain't nobody gonna break my stride. Gotta keep on moving. I ain't breaking your stride. Go ahead. Say good morning again.
I ain't saying good morning to you again.
No?
So let me say good morning to the listeners and viewers of Free 91.9 FM. It's a pleasure to be here for yet another Tuesday on the Mental Health Show. And I trust it will be another interesting one.
You trust? Well, you know it's going to be interesting. Good morning to you, Mr. Glenn. Let me say good morning to Jelani, because Jester, if you know what he said to me, I called him the other day to say, hey, we're not talking about men on Tuesday. We're going to be dealing with us women. And he said to me, you know, maybe I should come and do that because you're always taking shots at Jester every Tuesday. And I feel sorry for Jester. And I'm like, why are you feeling sorry for Jester? Jester could handle Jester, you know? So we're talking about women this morning, and I'm looking at it from the men's perspective. So the topic this morning is, people, lessons 99% of women learn a bit too late, according to psychology. And we want to know what lessons it is that we learn too late. Well, let me tell you all something. Ladies, my peeps, my sisters, my whoever you are, my queens and in-betweens, listen up. Because you might be doing something right now that you think, well, you know, I got to do it, and this is what it is. Nah. When you listen to this today, you're going to have a different outlook on what it is. And as we go along, I have different women giving the 2 cents on what it's all about with the 99% of women learn a bit too late, what they learn too late, including me. I'm in the 99%. I don't know where the other 1% is, if they got it. But I know a lot of the things that we're hearing, it is wow. So it said there is a vast difference between learning life lessons early on and realizing them a bit too late. This difference often comes down to timing. Learning something too late means you've missed countless opportunities to apply that knowledge for your benefit. According to psychology, there are crucial lessons that 99% of women tend to grasp later in life. And candidly speaking, it is a bummer because these lessons could have made their journey smoother. So let's dive into these 9 crucial lessons most women learn a tad too late, hoping we could catch up on time. Well, I always say when time is not something that you can get back, when it's gone. But in that case, maybe we can. It says it is okay not to please everyone as a woman, okay? It is okay not to please everyone. In this journey of life, women often find themselves in a constant loop of aiming to please everyone around them. The urge to get approval and validation becomes so overpowering that they sometimes lose sight of their own needs and desires. But here is the deal. It is impossible to satisfy everyone and still stay true to yourself. This is a lesson most women learn with time and experience, often a bit too late. They eventually realize that their peace of mind should not be compromised for the sake of pleasing others. This understanding comes with the liberating realization that it's okay to prioritize your own happiness. So if you're still on the journey of learning this, take a step back and remember, you matter and it's okay not to please everyone. Ain't that true? Men, I need your input. Yes?
Somehow I feel out of place here this whole thing. This emphasis.
You do? You do?
You
Okay.
probably might find it controversial this morning.
That's okay. This is what it's all about. It affects us mentally. You
So
see,
that
and
means-
this is saying why.
So 99%
Of women, yes.
You all have been feeling miserable, in a sense.
Well,
99%
no.
take that
But okay, let me put it this way for you, Jester. Women are known to be the nurturing type. We always look after everyone before ourselves. When your children cry or your spouse do something, you put yourself out to do what it is that you know or what you think is the right thing to do. And you put yourself on the back burner And you see, I don't know if you notice, a lot of women are stressed and they're struggling and they this and that, and you see them and you say, well, why are they looking like that? It's because they're not prioritizing who they are and they're doing everything to please everybody else but themselves. Tell me I'm wrong. You.
You're wrong.
Okay. Let's go. Tell me why.
Good. Let me first of all say good morning to your audience, Claire, and to Jester. The folks of St. Patrick, Chantimel in particular, and Mr. Snag, who I know is always tuned in and locked on.
Yes.
You can see I'm intimidated to even answer because you say good morning and all, and she's at your throat already, you know. But nonetheless, we're here. To this question, though, I think it needs to be clarified first and foremost that men also have issues with these topics. I think just human beings on a whole have issues generally with these topics, and I try to understand a little bit better as to why we tend to learn these things at different stages in our lives. And I was blessed to have this conversation to really get insight into it outside of research. I spoke to two women, one in her early 20s and one in her early 50s,
yes,
who are not afraid to be blatantly honest with me. And I know they're strong supporters of women issues and so forth. And it was really interesting that I could have taken a step back just and listened to them argue with each other, you know, with a smile on my face. And I said, really, actually, now clear, I understood the topic and where it's coming from. We've been learning things a bit too late. It's okay not to please everyone. For me, you know, when I look at from a male perspective and males, at a very young age, males are providers. We're taught to, be tough, be rugged, be, providers, be there. Women are in the nurturing and so on stage. So if you look at it, at early stages in life, women are trained to please someone else. Men pleasing somebody else is by providing, not caring and nurturing, right? And very early in life, and somebody like Jessica would tell you that even if you at 13 as a boy playing football with with a club with your friends and so forth, you're gonna make mistakes. You're gonna have little errors and so on. And your coach is going to tell you it's okay to make mistakes. You're going to do a good thing, and somebody else on the team would. A matter of fact, I showed just I've had experiences where he scored a goal for his team, but one of his teammates was still angry because they figure he should have passed the ball for them to score it. Right?
Yes.
So very early we learn you can't please everybody. Even if you do your best, and even if you do the right thing, you will never be able to please everybody.
Okay, let's move on. Now, just I think your mic is in your face a bit too much. Swing it somewhere. Let me see. Good. You can speak now and I can hear you. Yes? Okay. So perfection is a myth. How many of us wants to be perfect? You do something and somebody does something and it's not perfect enough for you, so you go and you try to be perfect. Caller, I'm coming to you. Just 1 second. Good morning.
Good morning, Claire and Jetson.
Good morning, Cammy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to Mr. Andrew Donald, wherever he is. I want to say good morning to the man in America and the people that gave me the little support yesterday. I just called to say thank you to everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And I know they're listening, so I just want to thank you to them. Okay. I don't call you nobody name, but you all know who all they are.
Can you get a lot of gene cell?
Huh?
You get a lot of gene cell?
Well, people come and purchase some.
That's nice.
So I'm very grateful, and I'm grateful for the people that come and buy, because people, they're punishing me in Grenada. No laugh, it's a serious thing. They're punishing me because of politics. You understand what I'm saying? I know. I see that in my eyes. They're punishing me. I thank God for you have some good people around still that will still come and support. So I'm very grateful to all the people that come yesterday, because I called Mr. Andrew and I asked him, please give me a little free advertisement. and it did. And the people support me. So thank you to everybody, home and abroad. I call you nobody, all you know all is.
Thank
Have a
you.
blessed
Okay,
day.
you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You too, Carms.
Yes. So we're talking about perfection. Jester might say, I want everything done this way, and that doesn't mean you're perfect. I would say, this is what I like for around me. I am not perfect. Because when you are perfect, you are the most unhappy person on planet Earth. Because no one can achieve perfection on this earth right now. You can do things to make yourself feel good, but not perfect. Because it says, I remember the days when I used to strive for perfection in everything, be it work, relationships, or even the simplest tasks by cooking or cleaning. I believe that everything that less than perfect would reflect poorly on me. But here's what psychology says and what I learned the hard way. Chasing perfection is a futile endeavor. It not only causes unnecessary stress and anxiety, but also robs you of the joy in little things. It wasn't until my late 30s that I realized the beauty of imperfections. They make us unique, human, real. Learning to embrace imperfections and accepting that it's okay to make mistakes was liberating. It taught me to appreciate the journey rather than obsessing over an unachievable destination of perfection. So, if you're still stuck in the trap of aiming for perfection, remember, it's a myth. Life is messy and beautiful in its own perfect way. They couldn't have said it better.
Absolutely.
You're perfect in your own perfect way, but not for perfection.
Well, I think it's your, first and foremost, it's your imperfections that makes you uniquely you. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And once you start trying, the more you try to reduce and remove those things that make you uniquely you, the less of you are. Mm-hmm. And again, from a young age, you ladies are generally taught, makeup. You don't see young men wearing makeup except they're into the entertainment industry. You're going to a little school fair. You're going to school every day. Mm-hmm. School rules, school policy. No makeup, no extensions, no hair braids, no fingernail, Q-tex up, and all of that. No pedi, none of that. Every day of the week you're going to school. But as soon as there's a little school fair, or there's a little school sports,
it's a glam thing. Glam.
The glam comes out,
yes.
Right? And so it sends a message to our young ladies that you being yourself, naturally yourself, is not good enough. Already you're learning that. And young men, you see our young men now, and in the older times, young men were generally motivated to stay groomed. That's mm-hmm. literally what you had to do. Mm-hmm. Now being ungroomed and having your hair unkept and thing is a fashion style. So it's become even easier mm-hmm. for males to understand that, hey, I can express myself and I can embrace my imperfections and be uniquely me and be proud of that, versus the females who are always thinking that they need to change something. That's why you see, for example, you see Claire smiling, just that she knows it's true.
No, but you see, it's not every one of us. Mm-hmm. It's not every one of us.
Claire, I'm sure you know women.
Yes.
They cut their hair this week because they don't like long hair again, so they cut it this week.
It's variety. What's
Next 2 months they buy braids and add in it. 3 months after that they take out the braids and they put in weave.
They're confused.
Yeah. 4 months after that they grow in locks.
Listen, variety is the spice of life, right? You have the choice to do whatever you want once it's you. But I understand what you're saying, because some of us think that by changing our hairstyles or putting war paint on our face mm-hmm. and everything like that makes us different. It doesn't, because it's all in here. If you cannot be your authentic self and the real you, whatever you put out there is not going to make a difference. People are mm-hmm. going to see it for just a short period and you go back to your real self, because the real you is who they're going to see through all of that, what you're doing.
And in the end, is your male partner, you all end up stressing out in the end of this whole thing, because you all, in some instances, take on your own, make the decision, and then after you might come and ask, how does it look? And they might say, oh, you don't look good then. And
let me say good morning to Miss Matheson. I know you're stepping out and you'll be listening in the car. Good. And Andrews, good morning. Miriam, Christine Otley, Lorna Bain is in the house, Jester. Pedro Jamat is in the house, he's in Barbados. Pearl Charles, good morning. Anne-Marie Celestine Grant. Cynthia Bartholomew, good morning. You're locked in from Brooklyn, New York. Cynthia, you're a world traveler. I like you. Kathleen Ledlow, good morning. And Chance the Game, which is Mary in Toronto. My peeps in Toronto are checking in. Just that I know peeps checking in nowhere.
Yeah, I know all that, but you technically cut off my point.
I did? Yeah, when you say we have you confused? I
just make you realize I'm not.
Yes, I know. Okay, go right ahead and say we have you confused. I just decided to just bypass you with that because I don't understand. Listen, I don't understand what you're saying about your partner. You are the ones that have to bear the brunt of it when we go and we do stuff. If you ask if it's looking good and you say no, you're not looking good, that's your prerogative.
No, there's problems in the house.
Listen to me here. Maybe I'm different to everybody else, but if I first of all, I wouldn't do anything that I know wouldn't look good on me. Or maybe wouldn't make me feel good.
Looking good?
Hold on.
What's looking good?
It's how comfortable I am in my skin, in what I wear. And if I say to you, oh, Jester Jelani, is that looking good? And it says no. I say, oh, boohoo. I am you. I love what I'm wearing. I like what I'm wearing. So if women wants to have that thing and depend on somebody else to tell them how they look, and so they're always going to be stressed.
But listen, so
I'm listening.
The end result is not what they were expecting.
Right.
Well, they're wrong to expect anything from you guys.
But Claire, I would challenge you on this.
It's a challenge.
If you are confident in the way you look, like you said, you wouldn't do something and you don't think you look good. So if you look good, then you don't need, in the first place, you don't need another perspective. The reason people ask for other perspectives is because they're looking for reassurance for their own thoughts. They're looking for approval. And therefore, that's why you ask somebody else, how does this look? Because you want an opinion that is outside of your own. Because opinions are personal and perception is personal. It's based on your own experiences. So when Jester's wife asked him, how does this look? Jester being the smart husband, Jester being the smart husband that he is, everything she does looks great. Because as long as she thinks like you and she put it on, she thinks she looks great, he's going to speak into that ego.
Well, you see,
because once he breaks it, he know that it is problem. It's trouble for him. Nobody can deal with it.
Well, let me see. You see, like a design of a wall, if I do that, I'll say, how does that look to you, Jester? How does that look to you, Jay? That's different. I don't ask anybody. Once I put something on, I don't ask anybody, how do I look? You understand? I don't. Because it's up to me to know how I look. My mirror don't lie to me.
So she's in the 1%, she's not in the 99%?
I don't ask, honestly, I'm telling you the truth, I don't ask how do I look or anything like that. Because I know when I step and I start to strut, nobody but the eye, right here. I have that confidence that I would not go to the store and buy something to make myself look like a fool. Because not everything out there that is out there is fashion that you have to wear and tell yourself it's out there, it's in fashion that I have to wear. You have to know what your body type is. You have to know what clothes to wear to make yourself feel good and look good. Because nobody said that you have to dress naked or have midriff and thing outside to look good or to feel good. You can be fully dressed and be sexy.
Jill, let me just say that before you come. Claire, you know, generally women thrive on
I'm not a general woman.
They thrive on compliments.
Well, I could compliment myself. Listen, as Miley says, I could hold my own hand when I walk. I could buy my own flowers. I could do whatever I want.
But I want to join Jester here because the point I was going to make again is, if you look at the pictures most women post on social media, they post it 1 and 2 times. They post it just before they go out and they send out to get feedback and review. And based on what it is, when you see them at the event, they're wearing a different outfit. Or they go to the event, and based on the number of compliments and so on they get at the event, then they post the pictures.
You see?
Because they're reassured in what they're doing and so forth. So just those have a point in terms of women thrive on compliments. They thrive on that positive energy because it gives them reassurance. It speaks to their self-esteem and insecurities.
I understand. And you would never see me posting anything on any social media or anything because I am not into this and I'm not waiting for the world to tell me I look good because, you know, people lie on social media. You see someone wearing something and, oh my God, you look gorgeous, and I also want to say, stop lying. Don't lie. Tell her the truth. You have muffin top. You have breast in the front, breast in the back. Things tight all over the place, things hanging. And you're telling me, oh, you look gorgeous. Don't do that.
Not you all want to hear something?
Well, not you all. I said I'm in the 1%. I am in the 1%. You see, because I just say women like compliments and all this kind of thing. But as you know, you have to know who you are, where you're going, where you come from, and where you're going. Because you cannot depend on people to tell you the truth about anything. You have to know your own truth, and you have to be true to yourself. And if I put on something, and like this morning I put on this and I put on another skirt, and I look at them like, yeah, that one don't look good, and I just jump in the closet, take back another skirt, and I put it on. This one look better. So if you look in your mirror and you don't say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the most beautiful of them all?
This one look better. What tell you that?
I know that. You don't have to tell me. You see, I'm not fishing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I am not fishing because I'm comfortable in my skin.
Claire, you ever consider the difference between how a man takes a compliment versus how a woman takes a compliment?
Yes, yes. Yes.
There is a story.
Men kind of just say, it's no big deal, and so. Some women, you give them a compliment and they tell you, boy, you want to man. You understand?
Or they break down crying.
Yes. You see, it's a psychological problem, and that's why we are dealing with it today.
See, for a man, we're grateful that you recognize the effort that we've put in to do a little extra today. But we knew that from since we stepped out of the house. For women is again looking for that reassurance, and so the compliment. So sometimes we say men find it difficult to take a compliment. It's not that. Men, you generally have the confidence. Even the guys who would do something really out of the box with some crazy hairstyle or something like that, their confidence is out there. That's why they're doing it in the first place.
Yeah, I say people that do this thing, they're confident in themselves, and that's why or they're looking for somebody to tell them, oh, what you're doing is not right. Let's do it somewhere. We have a caller. Let's see. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mons.
How are you?
I am good.
Jester?
I still need you. Good morning.
Good morning. Congratulations to you for reaching Ollie.
Who said here, Charlie?
I hear you calling out my name. I hear you.
Oh,
Good
well,
morning.
I know you're not
Good
deaf.
morning.
I hear she calling out my name. Money! it rich. It coming early.
No. I said Mona. Let me say good morning to all the people in Montreach because Mona said.
No. You call me and make me know Jester.
He has arrived. Yes, I did.
And what again?
And good morning to all the people in Montreach because Mona said I should call all the people in Montreach and say good morning. And I did.
Yeah, time you don't show off, you know.
I ain't show off. I'm confident.
You want to show off on you because you're reaching Ollie.
You understand?
Thank you, Mona.
Be careful.
I'm always careful.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
And you see, we the ladies, we have to know ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Where we going, where we come from. Don't dab up ourselves and put putty on our face and make our face look as mustache. Some of those hairstyle and them, their neck breaking. I don't have more to say.
Thank you, Well, coming from one woman to another.
That's another 1%.
Yes. So the next topic is self-care isn't selfish. The concept of self-care often gets misunderstood. Women especially tend to equate it with being selfish or indulgent. However, psychology reveals something quite contrary. Self-care is not only about spa days or indulging in luxury. It's about taking time out for yourself, nurturing your mental, emotional, and physical health. Studies have shown that people who practice regular self-care are more productive, have better relationships, and are generally happier. Unfortunately, this is a lesson most women learn way later in their lives. They often prioritize others' needs over theirs until they reach a point of burnout. So if you are neglecting self-care under the pretext of being altruistic, remember, taking care of your own needs isn't selfish, it is necessary. And I've got a clip. Hold on. Why isn't it playing? Let's see. Hold on here. I don't know what went on, but let me try this.
To take care of yourself. experience. My life was a total mess. I was exhausted taking care of everyone and everything. One day my friend said to me, "Girl, you need to take care of yourself." I must admit, I did not know how to do that. I thought it was, well, I can't afford it, it's too expensive. But it was only when I decided, I repeat, it was only when I decided to try self-care
that my life changed.
I just made simple adjustment to my life. The first thing I learned to do was to say no when I needed to, because too much was demanded of me. People got mad at me because I said no. I started going for regular walks, and that did it for me. My mind became so much clearer. I stopped blaming others and I took responsibility for my well-being. I needed to make changes in my life, and thankfully, I am a much better person today, all because I made the decision to care for myself. Try it. It might not be easy, but take one step to becoming.
So this is what it is. That's one of the women that I spoke to and decided that they're going to do a clip on what self-care means and how it is okay to take care of yourself.
That's an interesting one. As a matter of fact, that's one of the areas when I discussed with the two women that really broadened my horizon from a female perspective, how they viewed this. And I think from a male perspective, when it comes to self-care, we care for ourselves in a different way, right? So young men, for example, don't go to do the regular health checkups and so on by the doctors and so that we know that. But generally a young male will have a haircut ever so often. He'll leave the house and say, "Hey, I'm heading down the road by the guys. I want to pass the block and see what's happening there. I'm going to take my son to a football game. I'm going to take my family to the beach." So they do self-care, but it's not perceived as self-care. It's just you being a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, that's how it goes. And from a women's perspective, though, what I understood from the discussion between the two women is that the elder women or the elder woman spoke of traditionally how reference points was very similar to this person. And she was saying that traditionally women were taught, especially in our culture, to care for others before caring for themselves. And as such, you tend to take on everybody's load, and yours is the last that you tend to. And so she agreed totally with this and wanted to point out that it gets to the point where if you don't take care of yourself mentally, that you're going to break down, and that could never be considered selfish.
Okay.
The younger woman had a totally different perspective, because I think there's been a culture shift. And she was pointing out that mental health care is an issue now amongst women.
Mm-hmm.
And so younger women coming through are aware to a larger extent that taking care of themselves is important, and there is more emphasis on that, and that they do literally do things to take care of themselves. But she also pointed out that that doesn't cover for the excuse that some young women will take advantage of healthcare and want the spa day and want. I'm not saying anything is wrong with that if you can afford that in your life.
Mm-hmm,
but mental health is not just based on a spa day.
No, it's not.
A day pass at the hotel and all of that. It's really spending time with yourself and getting to know yourself. As I often say, if you can't stand spending time with yourself, who do you expect to stand spending time with you?
Thank you. So the next point, sorry, go ahead.
My point here is that, to me, females by nature ought to be caring, really and truly, because if you realize they become mothers at some point in time. And maybe in the teenage lives, some of them actually act as if they don't really care. You find that they go partying here and there, all with the drum beat, they might be there, Sometimes forcefully they become at a point where they ought to start caring, because they may, while going around living that kind of life, in some instances it might be some promiscuous kind of way, and they get stuck with, with pregnancy, and then hey, they'll be having a baby. So It forced them to change because they now have to come and give care to that child. You understand? In other instances, some others, they have the family plan, they make the children, and after caring for that, the children all got big. They will say, well, all right, now is my time. I did all my caring for my children, so it's my time to live my life in a much freer way. You understand? They can free up themselves more. So I think it comes in actually two folds. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. So the next point is, it is okay to say no. As women, we often feel obligated to say yes to every request or favor asked of us, be it at our workplace, in our social circles, or even in our families. We tend to take on more than we can handle. However, the power of saying no is something that most of us understand much later in life. Psychology suggests that learning to say no without feeling guilty is a crucial step towards empowerment. It is about setting boundaries and respecting your own time and energy. The realization that it is okay to turn down requests that drain you or don't align with your priorities is indeed a life-changing lesson. So if you're struggling with this, remember, saying no doesn't make you selfish or rude. It is a sign of knowing your worth and valuing your time. I've got another clip.
So you're Miss Clippy this morning.
To say no. One of the most important aspects of self-care is the ability to say no and not feel obligated to say yes because someone asks you to do them a favor. Standing up for ourselves, our loved ones, our interests, and our values without guilt, fear, shame, or anger keeps us in control. Sometimes we have to calculate the cost to ourselves when we say yes to others while saying no to ourselves. I was forced to learn that lesson about 19 years ago when my daughter was born. She needed special care and still do, and I realized that I could not do all the things that I did before. In order to take care of her in the best way possible, first, I had to take care of myself. That meant getting sufficient rest and time to myself. So I had to say no to lots of requests and events. It made me value my time and my self-care.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
If you don't add multi-X to your Playway bets, then you're definitely missing out on bigger winnings. The NLA has added 7X to the multi-X draws. Imagine playing your favorite Playway number or symbol for $10 with multi-X added. Then, wow! 7X is drawn. You win bigger. Not just $240, but $240 multiplied by 7. Whoa! That's $1,680. 7X added for a limited time only. Add multi-X to your Playway bets every day, 3 times per day, Monday to Saturday, for chances to win bigger. Not only free plays or winnings multiplied by 3 or 5, but winnings multiplied by 7 too. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, make your dreams come true.
exciting news for you. JetBlue is thrilled to announce its new non-stop flight every Saturday from Grenada's Maurice Bishop International Airport to the vibrant city of Boston. Now you can embark on your Boston adventure without any layovers. JetBlue is making it easier than ever to explore this incredible destination. Whether you're visiting family or friends, exploring for the first time, or simply experiencing Boston life, JetBlue has you covered with a convenient non-stop flight, complete with comfortable seating, complimentary snacks, and an array of entertainment options. You'll arrive in Boston feeling relaxed and ready to explore. So now's the time. Visit jetblue.com to book your flight and bring Boston closer to Grenada. Let your adventure begin.
Where you walk, what you say, when you talk, where you go, where you walk, what you say.
And we are back. I've got two gentlemen here that want to take my throats for, they tell me, oh, you're not getting any support this morning from women, I don't expect much women to call this morning because I want them to listen and dig deep into them to know what it is that they have missed in the years that they have been. And I don't know if you all know that younger...
Before we continue,
what?
let me just say good morning to Deborah out there in Grandlands Valley when she came up to the funeral.
Oh, yes.
I was sitting on the outside and I called out to someone and then she turned around. And she said, what's your name? So I said, my name is Jester. She said, oh, it's you. It's you and the lady.
Yep.
I listen to you every Tuesday morning.
Yes, you and the lady.
Yeah. She said,
And let me tell
big me up. I said, yeah, Deborah.
Let me tell you all something. Jester is sitting right across there. And if any time at all you all feel that I'm taking advantage of Jester, just ask him. Because I know I say my thing, Jester, either it's second, 30, 40, whatever he eat, we good. And don't think that I'm taking advantage of Jester because he's a big hombre. He can take care of himself.
Just I'm sitting next to you and I'm telling you, Claire takes advantage. Yes, Claire comes down and she warms herself up and be ready. As soon as you walk through the door, she's at optimum level, Optimus Prime level.
Yes.
Waiting as soon as you walk in. Before you could say good morning, is how you're saying good morning. Get your energy up. You drink tea this morning. Where you sleep last night.
Let me tell you something how I normally handle Claire. I just put it in a game fashion. Let's say quick. She's coming down with all her speed and all I know I just blocking it.
No satisfaction.
She's not good. I know she'll all become all frustrated.
Listen, you know the advice. I am Optimus Prime. You see, if he come with me 6:30 in the morning, we having all the fun but he come in, like you say, I'm warmed up and ready. He come in and he breaking my stride. See, that's what it's all about. Before when he used to come with me 6:30 in the morning, he was not airs yet, but he used to be here with me 6:30 in the morning and he wait till somebody comes in and then he leaves. That was my protector. But since he come on air, he coming in 7:28, we have to start 7:30. He coming in 7:33 and all this kind of, I have to just, and the person that always defending him, be careful, she this and she that, and be on your P's and Q's. They know about time. Me and time have a problem. Me and time have a close thing. I didn't call anybody name.
I say Mona full of love.
Oh, okay. Let's move along before she calls back and says something. Failure isn't the end. In our society, failure is often viewed as a mark of incompetence or weakness. The concept instills fear and prevents many women from taking risks or pursuing their dreams. However, one of the most important lessons that women often learn late in life is that failure is not the end of the world. In fact, it is an essential part of growth and success. Psychologists explain that failure teaches resilience and provides valuable insights that success often doesn't. It's through mistakes and setbacks that we learn, improve, and ultimately grow. So if you're afraid to take that step or take that leap due to fear of failure, remember, it is not the fall that defines you, but how you rise after it. And here is another clip.
Disappointing my family was always on my mind. I tried my best to live up to everyone's expectations and keep failure out of my way. Despite that, though I fail lots, or so I may think, failure isn't the end of the road. It's a big red flag saying to you, wrong way, turn around. Failure isn't the end, for it made me who I am today. I failed, I fell, and now I'm improving myself and others. It's okay to fall or fail at something. The beautiful thing is getting up and advancing bigger and better than yesterday.
And there we have it. Who could doubt that? Who? It says you can fall, but you have to get up. No one of us, we get so many falls in our lives growing up. We didn't stay down on the ground. We get up, we brush whatever it is. Our parents clean the wounds on our knees, on our elbows and stuff, but we didn't stay down. Think about it. If you fell, or I fell, and I stayed down, where were we going to be today?
You know,
Where?
The original meaning of failure actually is not being able to achieve what you wanted to achieve. But there is the next meaning that came out, which I really love, the first attempt in learning.
Yes, it is.
I think I appreciate that
because
more than anything else.
Because you know what? Every day we learn. Our lives is a learning process. The biggest room in each and every one of us life is a room for improvement. So if you fail at something, or you're trying and you fail, that doesn't mean that you should give up, because it says try and try again until you succeed at last. We got a call. Good morning.
Good morning. I love you talking about feeling, but if you don't understand when you feel what to do, rising back is difficulty. I saw a quote says, failure, I've not been taught how to feel. When I learned how to feel, I became valuable. Second point, one of the things that a lot of people have at even moment, we are called by names, and we don't know the meaning of our name. I advise women to learn the meaning of your name. When you learn your meaning of your name, that is your purpose. So you will always function according to what your name means. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. Yes, and you know, the failure, that is a big one, because everybody tells you you fail at something. You have a task doing, and you did not do it up to the perfection of the person that you're doing it with. And you fail at this, and you fail at that. No, it is a learning process. That's why when you fall, you get up.
Claire, failure is the end for some people.
Yeah,
Facts. There are people who are adults, grown, and both male and female, and failure is the end for them. And it is for the simple reason that just as pointed out. Not learning from your failure is the end, because you are destined to continue repeating the same mistakes that led to your failure. So it is really important that we learn from the failure. And as the caller pointed out, we have to understand what failure is, and that how we take learnings from our failure. And therefore we may fail again when we try again, but we're not going to fail for the same reasons we failed the first time. So now we know two sets of things not to try on the third attempt. And therefore we continue to be better each day, even though we still haven't achieved the thing that we've set out to achieve as yet. That, however, is progress and growth as an individual. But for some persons, they're still stuck in the rut. You often may hear a woman make this type of statement. They don't understand why they're attracted to a certain type of meal, meals that they deem as no good, right? But they're still attracted to them for some reason or the other. Well, if you keep being attracted to guys of that certain type and the relationships keep not working out, I don't think the problem is the guys.
True.
Right? We have to look within and see how we contributing or what we're doing or what choices we're making that's not leading us to the end result that we're trying to get. So if you haven't learned from being in relationships with this particular types of guys, then how are you going to ever not end up in failure?
Coming from a man's point of view, I'll take that. taking it. So
it's just,
it is, you know, it is true. When somebody just asked me to send a link to them here, and I'm sending it, just give me one moment. Okay, yes, it is true, because sometimes a lot of us are in relationship that is, how do you call it? It's a stalemate, and you can't find it in yourself to dig deep inside of you and say, hey, this isn't working, time for me to hit the high road. You stay. And this is failure on your part. As I see it, you have failed yourself, you have failed the people around you, have failed, F-A-I-L-E-D. Is that how you spell fail?
You have to also ask yourself, what are you doing that's contributing? That is the hard question we don't like to ask or answer ourselves.
Oh, I could answer that. Nothing.
That's usually that's what we want to tell ourselves. Nothing. We don't, it's always somebody. It's always an external factor that's contributing to the situation. When sometimes, really and truly, if we look in the mirror, we look beyond the image, we'll see within ourselves.
As Michael Jackson said, I'm looking at the man in the mirror.
What that question could say?
Well, we need you. We're ready.
Well, if I could do that, then listen, I am moving from that chair and go sit down outside like the Dalai Lama with my leg crossed and so on. I'm saying,
come on, Clay, you know I'm into sales and marketing. We'll be selling that that type of service.
Listen, Jester, you know I could hold a tune and anytime I could take you on big time. So don't even go there. Let me say good morning to Pedro Jamat again. He says, failure is to be eradicated with the term experience. Claudette Sylvester, good morning. Rainy day in Toronto. It's a rainy day in Georgia. Let's see. Ruth Thomas, good morning. Jenny Mason is listening in Toronto. That's one of my peeps. That's one of my peeps, Chester. Jenny. Okay. I had two already. Jenny, this Lorna. You know that my Toronto peeps and what's his name? Chance. Who you have again? Just asking.
I have Lorna.
What?
I have Lorna.
And Mona.
Mona in Toronto. Oh my goodness. So here is point 6. You are enough just as you are. And this is, we start off saying that sometimes we don't think that we are enough and we question ourselves and, you know, you ask for compliments. How do I look? And how do I this? That's why I could say, I know I am enough. I am enough. And you see, the society has made it in a way that if you're not a certain way or certain, you don't have a certain posture, you don't have a certain this and a certain that, you cannot live up to what they want you, so you are not enough. But hear what it says. Throughout our lives, we women often find ourselves in constant battle with self-doubt. The feeling of not being good enough, smart enough, or simple enough can be quite overwhelming. However, one crucial lesson that comes a bit too late for most of the realization that you are enough just as you are. Comparing yourself to others or striving to fit into societal norms and expectations, according to psychology, often leads to dissatisfaction and harm to your self-esteem. The journey of self-acceptance and loving yourself, flaws and all, is essential for mental and emotional well-being. So if you're still struggling with self-doubt, remember, you're unique, valuable, and more than enough just as you are. They cannot be speaking to anybody more. Yeah. You are enough just as you are. Women, I'm talking to you this morning because we get put down for a lot of stuff in life. You have a husband, you have a mate, you have some, and you don't do something, they call you a fat cow, they tell you this, you're not looking good, they call you all kind of things, and this damages your self-esteem. And I know there are a lot of women out there right now, Jester and Jay, that are going through that and accepting it, thinking that they are not enough. Their self-esteem is taking blows like no tomorrow. When you see them, they cower as though, well, you know, they just have to be trailing behind. Stop it.
And you know, when you pay them a compliment, they can't take it because
they don't know how to. They perceive it as
they perceive it as not being genuine.
Yes.
And I'll often say, like men support women in this regard. If you want to know that you are perfect just the way you are, to me, always have a saying: all stale bread of the ranch cheese. And it's really...
Say like South Africa and all the movie but have different vroom cheese.
Right?
Yes.
So, and it's something I really apply just to relationships. A guy would go to prison, he would be the worst, he would have this reputation, he'd probably go for some heinous crime or whatever, and so forth. And while he is in prison, some lady who went there to visit her uncle, her cousin, her brother,
falls in love with him,
and they have a beautiful relationship going forward out of that, right? And you and I can't sit out here and understand it, and why would you make that choice and all. It's not for us to choose. And men, and I'm sure Jester would back me up here, because
let me take him out.
Men have a plethora of choices. Some men like slim women, some men like voluptuous women, some men like tall women, some men like short women. Men like women just the way they are, but no one man is going to like every woman the way she is.
Okay, so if men like women just the way they are, why do they make some derogatory comments to them if they like them just the way they are? Because
the guy that likes you just the way you are is not the one that's doing that.
Oh, you ladies, all you hear this? Say it again.
I'm telling you, the guy that likes you just the way you are will never make these comments. As a matter of fact, the one that likes you just the way you are, after he gives you a compliment and you turn him down and you church and you don't sit me and you quarrel with him and you cuss him and you always tormenting me when I pass and leave me alone, he's going to continue doing it because he likes you just the way you are.
I love you just the way you are.
Yeah.
That's it. That is food for thought, people. Ladies, I hope you're, and I know you're not going to be calling, and I'm not expecting you to call, because you have to take this in. Take it in, because when I was doing research on this, I pulled my ladies in there and I said, hey, this is what I'm planning to do on Tuesday. What you all think? We had a read and everybody says, yes, this is it, because we all need to hear this. Whether you are in a solid relationship or not, whether you are just by yourself or so, because a lot of women end up by themselves because people, how do they call it? They pummel their self-esteem, their confidence, and they feel, okay, I don't want to take this anymore. I prefer be on my own than be with someone that is always insulting me, making me feel less of the person that I am. So, again, let's say you are enough just the way you are. You have to start believing it. You have to start believing it yourself, because if you don't, you'll always be under the feet of someone tramping you down. You will always be there. And if you don't want to be there, then wake up and smell the coffee, the mocha, the cappuccino, the espresso, all of them. Get up and smell the coffee.
Absolutely.
Start smelling the coffee, because you would be walking, I don't know if you always see sometimes a woman is walking and they head down and you wonder, well, what is this that they're thinking? Sometimes they're not really thinking, you know. It's the blows that they're getting emotionally, verbally, physically, that have them like that. They're afraid to look out in the public.
They feel they're not worthy.
They're not. And I'm saying to you, you are enough just as you are. Point number 7. It is never too late to start anew. By the way, Selma Charles has perfectly said, sir. The person that you're in the relationship with is not the one that is going to, the one that you're not in a relationship is not the one that's not going to tell you these things anymore. And we have to start thinking differently. Sometimes I just feel like crying, you know.
No, sometimes you see, clear the problem is, and it's maybe for both men and women, we have this feeling that everybody's supposed to like us.
They're wrong to sing that.
And you know, 50 Cent, the rap artist, he had an interview and he pointed this out, that, you know, if he's standing across the street and somebody else from the other side who doesn't like him is you know, expressing their dislike for him and disapproval of him, does he have the right to equally not care about them? Because they don't care about his well-being. They don't care about him as a person. Whatever the issue is that they don't like him about, that's their feeling and their baggage to carry on with. He doesn't want to bring that and put that on himself.
No, he's not JetBlue.
And you equally have a right to not like somebody who don't like you.
Exactly.
Right? And that's their burden.
Caller, we come in. We have a call. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Miss Claire, and to the two gentlemen.
Good morning, Clifford.
Good morning.
Yeah, some of the things you all are saying somewhat contrary to me, and that's my opinion. There was a time that myself and my wife had to go to a dinner, I think it was. And the clothes that she put on, or she put out to go, I said, oh, I don't think that's appropriate for the function. And she insists that she wants to go with it. And I decided, well, we can't go together if you go in with that clothes. And that brought a big debate for a long time until she was able to accept, that we can't go with that condition. But when we reached to the party, eventually we go after a time. When we reached to the party, she turned a little while and tell me, hey, you see the kind of people I did this thing, I want to look cool in shoot. And that made me feel good because I know that I would not have feel happy seeing her in that. And I think that happened on 2 occasions. There was the next occasion when she mother was up by us and she wanted us to put on something and I said, no, that ain't looking good for us. And she insisted that she don't go in. And I insist that I won't go to the party without her. Eventually, she bent over again. Right? And mother tell her, but I just husband, you have to hear what he say. That make me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually we went together and she still felt okay after.
Mm-hmm.
So it I would like to see a woman in something that I feel comfortable with. And if a woman dress and I ain't feeling comfortable with what she have on, I don't feel secure. I feel insecure. Regardless wherever what function we go to.
All right.
If I'm not feeling, if I feel that you shouldn't wear that, even when we're in the function, I'm not feeling secure in the function. I feel somebody talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's an opinion I have.
All right, thank you. Now,
Thank you, Cliff.
Yeah, because what he's saying makes some sense because sometimes, according to where you get invited to, you have to dress for the occasion. But at the same time, as I said, when me personally would not go to a store and buy something because it's in style and I know it would not look good, it's not me to wear, all these things, skin showing all over the place, that's not me. So I wouldn't buy it. But there are others that are going to do that. But if you are insisting on wearing this to go somewhere, you're the one that's going to feel bad at the end of the day when you step into that place and see how everybody else is dressed, and maybe that may teach you a lesson as to how to dress next time.
Claire, here's something I know you also will not do. While making that purchase, not only will you consider how well does it look on you, if you're married, you're also going to consider how is my husband going to feel about this? Because you, as a wife, you don't only represent yourself. You represent your husband, you represent your family, and most importantly, you represent their values, right? And so in this case, I think his wife is not seeking approval and reassurance just for the look, but seeking her husband's approval of, what the look is, and in him giving her his feedback. It's about the family values, not just about the appearance of how she looks. And later on, see, that's a beautiful thing. Now, later on, when she's had the experience, she has learned from it and can now give him the reaffirming with him that, hey, you are correct. This would not have been appropriate.
It takes an adult to
do that. That's the adult in the room.
Yes.
Jay, that's how it should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but these days, that's not happening.
Well,
that's the difference between happy marriages and marriages on the road to divorces.
Not only that too, as Jay mentioned earlier, he spoke to 2 different women, an elderly one and a young one. And the young one vibes are different to the elderly because the young one do not have the experiences yet. She's just living the life that she knows now. Later on, as she comes down to her 40s and so, she's going to start thinking differently because of what she see. We have another call. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How is the lady and the gentleman this morning?
We are good, thank you.
Good morning.
Thank
Morning.
Yeah, I always listen to the program every day.
Thank
every
you.
program I listen to. And this morning, taking that topic you on there. Yes, it's especially women. It have time. It have some, not all. Women, sometimes they don't know the appropriate way to dress according to where they have to go. Because there is time. I see some, and even those, not even the young one alone, you know, sometimes middle-aged women, how I see it dressing, it's a disgrace. As I just say, remember, I say, your body is the temple of the living God. And sometimes how some women dress, I just say they disgracing other women. Because as though they don't know when they go into a party, when they go into a church service, they don't know what clothes to wear. Anything they think, all the body outside. No. I just admire more of the men, how they dress now than some of the women. Because some of the women and them walk in the street naked, I have to say. And it's, to them it might be looking good to them, but to others it's not looking so good. If you're going to a party, right enough, you go out thing. But other places and walking is either right enough, some of the young men and them I still admire them because men just walk more cover up now if they go in place than women. Some of the few of the young boys and them will walk with the pants dropped low, but still they are covered. But women just this, some of them really does be really looking real bad. But it's to their desire. So you can always tell them what to do, how to do it, and as you all say, you cannot please everybody.
Thank you so very much.
Yes, my dear.
Okay, bye-bye.
So
have a great day. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes. So the 7th point says, it's never too late to start anew. It said, I've had moments in my life where I felt stuck. Whether it's been in a job that didn't fulfill me or a relationship that was no longer serving me, the fear of change had me rooted to the spot. But here is a lesson that comes with me. It is never too late to start anew. The fear of the unknown often holds us back from making changes that could potentially lead to happiness and fulfillment. Embracing change and stepping out of your comfort zone can open doors to opportunities and experiences you've never imagined. So if you're in a place where things don't feel right, remember, it is never too late to take the first step towards new beginning. And here we have a clip.
We have to remember that it's never too late to start anew. Sometimes in life we prioritize so much. We put our children, our husbands, family, friends in front of ourselves, and the time we take to reflect and look back at what we have achieved, most of the time it reflects what we have done for people and not what we have done for ourselves. As we may think, well, that's it. But at the end of the day, it's never too late to start afresh. If you have a goal, if you wanted to do something for yourself, it's never too late to just pick up and say, you know what, I'm going to do this, this is for me. It's never too late to start anew.
And again, it's never too late. You see, the women that are speaking in this, they are speaking from experience. It's things that they've been through. It's not just saying fly by night, this is it, and let me just say this. Things that they have been through, things that are happening, and they want to make the change, and they're putting it out there so that each of us as women can take a point or two and change our lives around. I think we have a call. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, CJ. Good morning, Jester.
Good morning.
Mr. Gillen, good
Good
morning.
morning to you.
Morning. I like the topic this morning, right? Sometimes husband and wife in a home. I know something like when the wife and the husband had to go out, and the husband might put on some clothes, the wife will say, no, that's looking good. And the man said, okay, I will want you to put on something. But when the table turn, and you find the woman might want to wear something to go to a function, and the husband will say, wifey, that's looking good. Some wife, larger women, you find no. So you know how good, you know how good. Sometimes it'll be very difficult when you like as a man you go say, well, okay, I'll hear what the wife said. But some women, not all some women, CJ, what the husband said, the wife will take it here, and it becomes difficult. Like when the men know, the husband will say, okay, I will hear what the wife said, I won't put it out on one chain. But when they decide to go with that, and what she had to go with that, that's a problem. Right? Because when the next time again, they want to go out, I may put us on there, why go and see, they're looking good. You know, you go say, I want to tell her, no, I'll go with what I want. Because when I told you not to put on that, you go with it. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So then, sometimes we have to know what way, sort of occasion where we're going on. And I want to focus on the Christian ladies. So sometimes we go to church every Sunday, every Saturday, and we cover ourselves properly. But when in a function, we're going to be among the unsaved people and kind of thing. We want to go out and be exposing ourselves. I do believe, as a Christian person, we should properly cover ourselves. Because, you know, there was a concert that sang a song, women put on the clothes, women wear your clothes. That was a wonderful song because some of the women are conducting themselves, all they must expose, and not only the young, but being grandparents, they dress with them exposed. And short clothes. So you have to cover yourself. But while secondly, they may go to a church where function, and when they leave, or when they reach where they pull it down. You know definitely when you left home, it's short. Right? It's short, so you cannot get long.
Yes.
So then what you have to put that thing comfortable, and you're comfortable with you. I think the thing is tight, the thing tight, and it comes like when they go in a store and buy a piece of clothes.
Thank you.
All right. So
thank you very much. Okay, bye-bye. We have another call online. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So good morning. I like this point number 7. It's never too late to start anew.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes as women, we are afraid of the unknown. And we may be in a situation that deep down we know that we should make changes. But because we are afraid, we might remain in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
But if we embrace change and we step out of our comfort zone, sometimes we are surprised at the doors that may open because we've made that change. And we will never know if we remain in that situation. So if we assess our lives and we see that we need to make changes, we should make the change. No matter at what stage we are, make the changes. There are bigger things open out there for us. And we wouldn't know if we remain in that situation that we know it's not good for us. So that's my contribution for today.
Well said. Thank you. Have a great day at work.
I think I know that voice.
Oh, you know that voice for sure. And you want to take on Sage yours from Toronto? This is another one of my peeps there. Okay? he just taking my people away for trying at least to take my people away for support. That ain't happening.
Claire, let me point out something to you. And I don't know if you want just to observe this. But being and going through the topic, and this is not something I just observe it as we hear we go into the topics. Do you know from topic 3 to topic 7, all the topics came out at topic 3? You recognize?
Yeah.
So we were talking on topic 3 about self-care isn't selfish.
No, it's not.
Right? And the things that came out in that topic were sometimes to take care of yourself, you have to say no. Right? That failure isn't the end for you, that sometimes you fall, but you have to get up and try again. But you have to learn from the failure. All of the things that we've been talking about for the past few topics have come out in this topic 3.
Self-care, emotional, and your well-being, your mental health.
There we go.
Yes, I think we have a call. Good morning.
Coffee in the morning.
Good morning, Coffee. And how are you? What are you drinking? Mocha, cappuccino, espresso? Which one?
All right, when you go up to Canada, then I will tell you when you come back down.
I ain't going anytime soon.
So let me keep my comment in reserve.
You want to wait for a while, or I have to get someone to bring it down for you?
Exactly, I'm going to wait.
All right.
In terms of dressing, well, very, very nice topic this morning.
Thank you.
So a general morning to each and every one of you.
Good morning.
In terms of dressing, I am a dresser. I love dressing. The world knows that. My wife is a dresser because whenever she dresses, she have to reflect me. And I have to reflect my wife.
Okay.
And I do not make joke whenever myself and my wife have to go out into a session, if we have to go to church. Whatsoever my wife put on her must reflect who her husband is. And whatsoever I dress with must reflect who my wife is. Because we all want to look professional.
Sure.
We all want to look good. I'll make a statement here and I may not be right. But there are times you see some men dress. And you may see the man for the first time. You don't know his wife. But the way he dress, you could tell who his wife is.
Yep.
And there are some women who dress, you may not know who the husband is. You may not see him at all. But the way some women dress, you could tell who is the husband. While yes, people have choices in dressing, and nobody cannot take your choice away from you. But your choice of dress will reflect who your daughter is, who your son is. One day I was right by Andal in Grenville. A young man stood up there on the other side of the NIS place. A good friend of mine. I said, "What are you doing here?" He said, "With Mama, why?" And we was engaging in a conversation, and his mother came. And he said, "Mommy, what kind of thing is that, Mommy? Mommy couldn't put on something better. What kind of thing is that? Mommy, what? Just like that, you know." He said, "Come on, man, Mommy, man, come on. Put this thing on them, on. Mommy, I vex, you know. You couldn't put on something better." So we got to be careful with, yes, you have a choice of dressing, but still, your dressing will reflect who you are. Your dressing as a mother will reflect your daughter. The way you dress as a mother, because you have a choice of dress, will it take effect upon a young daughter at the age of 7 years who see you dress?
Yep, it will.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Claire, this gentleman took me right back to my childhood. And I would make this point quickly. As young children growing up, when we dress to go to an event or whatever, and we step, even if we're going together with the parents or not, right? I'm talking about growing, I'm walking already, getting to a fete, an event or whatever. Whenever we walked out the door, our mom would check us before she, "No, I don't like that shirt. Come, cold down here, fix that. Come, let me move that. Think, oh, you look nice. Okay, wipe the shoes before you go. Make sure it's that's mom before you step out the door." If daughter is stepping out the door, it's the same thing. And if dad does not approve of son or daughter stepping out the door, he doesn't correct you and say, "I don't like this change." He says, "Did your mom see you?" You said, "No." "I can tell. Go let your mom take a look at you." Right? Because he expects mom to carry that value and so on and so forth. She knows he will not approve, but he is giving her that leverage to really do that. And so when we transfer from our homes and we get into our marriages, it's easier for a male to accept if he's stepping out and his wife say, "Oh no, I don't like that. Change the shirt, put on a belt, pull up your pants." Whatever the case may be, it's easier for him to accept that, and he knows, okay, he feels even more confident that he looks good and he steps out, right? Because he sees his wife as helping him to look his best. For a female, in many cases, it's different. When he gives her that correction, you see, a lot of women feel that to support them, you have to agree with them. And if you disagree with them, then you don't support them, and you're a hater. That's in your word. You're a hater, and you're this and you're that. But this gentleman understands that a family setting is about values, and it's the family values, and they all represent that family value.
Yes.
Excellent point, Carla. Excellent.
Yes, my coffee is good like that.
But then, Jay, sometimes a lot of the time parents they cannot try the children to see, because after they've been doing it with them for a while,
you have to get them in the room.
You have to leave them alone.
Let's let them take the initiative on their own to dress. Let me see how they will dress.
Yeah.
You understand?
But they don't live in the house we did though.
Exactly. So we hit in point 8. Your happiness is your responsibility. Many women grow up believing that their happiness relies on external factors. A successful career, a perfect relationship, or society's approval. However, one of the most important lessons learned later in life is that your happiness is solely your responsibility or my responsibility. It is important to learn to create your own happiness from within. It is about finding joy in the little things, cherishing moments of peace, and most importantly, loving yourself. Relying on others or external circumstances for your happiness often leads to disappointment and heartbreak. So if you are still searching for happiness outside, remember, true joy comes from within, and it is completely within your control. And what's coming up next? Clip.
What's your favorite team, the Clippers?
That somebody is responsible for our happiness. I've learned a long time ago, but me, I am responsible for my own happiness. No one cannot do that for you or for me. So in perspective, when you think about it, whatever it is that brings you joy, whether it's reading, writing, exercising, or just being out there with everybody else and you're feeling happy, this is what you're responsible for. This is what makes you mentally able and stable. So don't ever sit there and think that someone else is responsible for your happiness when it's right in front of you for you to grab hold of it and run with it. Your happiness is key. Comments?
Miss Clippers? No, I'm interested to hear Jester's take on it for a reason, particular reason. Jester is my older, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I would love to hear his perspective on this, because this I found very interesting, and I think even my own view might be a little bit radical. So I really want to hear Jester's view on this.
If you have a view, say it now.
Excuse me. Well, of course, I mean, what is being mentioned in the clip, I think is only obvious. It's you to make yourself happy. Mm-hmm. If after a while you realize that things are not working out for you, you probably have to try different things. And as one of the callers earlier made the point that you don't stay stuck in a situation believing that nothing better may come out from moving out of it. You understand what I'm saying?
Doors are wide open, she says. Wide open.
Just so, when did you learn that lesson? When did you personally learn that lesson?
Which lesson?
Happiness,
your
your
happiness is really
your responsibility.
Your responsibility depends on you.
I learned that a very long time ago. A very, very long time ago.
How long is a long time?
No, I mean, around what age you would you think you would have learned that?
I would say it would have been around my 30s.
Mm.
Yeah.
How old are you now? You're 70 something? That's not too long.
Claire, I don't prefer to see my age, you know. I am 55. You know?
Oh, you're 55. So about 20 something years ago, roughly, you realize that this is your happiness is your responsibility.
Just do you think you learned this lesson a bit earlier because you had good male mentors in your life and around you?
Yes, that is true. I think people like Mr. Glenn, your dad, Leslie Nicholas, Francis Robertson, our first president of Eagles, you know. These guys and them was really, really solid, you know. And Mr. Glenn is a stalwart and I have the highest respect. Mr. Glenn, if you're listening, good morning, man. You know how I feel about it. You know, Mr. Glenn. And you know, at the time I remember, you know, as youngsters, right, we tried to make our heads hard, because, you know. And as I look back today, even with the who I grew up with too, CJ, you know, as I look back.
Who, me?
No, not that.
Sorry.
Carly Alfred John.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You know, when you look back, Jay, you probably thought what CJ and them used to be doing is like, they really don't like you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
they're preparing you for
you know,
life.
Here you are today and you reflect. And you're saying, yes, boy, you know what, the decision they were taking was really in your best interest. I've seen that today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it's something similar. Having a long teaching career myself, I remember persons like Mr. Jeffrey, Mr. David at the St. Patrick RC School, you know, was so fearful. And you know, they instilled a lot of things in me, work ethic and sticking to it, stick-to-itiveness and those types of things. And you know, at that point in time, you really thought, you know, they were singling you out and putting pressure on you, but it's really and truly they saw your potential and wanted you to maximize that. And I went over to McDonald College again, Mr. Nicholas and so on, being persons who would mentor you and take you forward in life. And I think that has made it easier for me to learn those lessons as well at an earlier age. And in my 30s, I would say, in my 30s, as it pertains to that. The truth is, CJ.
Me now?
Yes, you
okay.
know. The truth is, as I said, if you are not willing to spend time with your own self, you shouldn't expect anybody else to spend time with you. And this is what I would add to that statement. If you cannot make yourself happy, who do you expect to make you happy?
Well, let me tell you something, my friend. As he knows, and I always say it out there, no one loves me more than me.
That it should be.
That it is. And, regardless of what you think you might be going through in your life, it's up to you to create your own Zen space and do things that makes you a better person, not worse. Whenever you step out of something, you have to be better. You can't be falling down then and not getting up. As I say, you got to keep moving. Nobody going to break my stride. And here's the next point that it come into. And the girls here, as I said, we discussed this topic, and so you are stronger than you think. If Nicholas is listening, he'll know what I'm saying about when he says you're richer than you think or you're stronger than you think. There's a bank, Scotia Bank in Toronto, and they talk about somebody come in the bank and put a $20 and they say, oh, it's just $20 they have in my account. But you're richer than you think, because that $20 can be invested and go a bit further. Yeah. So you are richer than you think, and you are stronger than you think. It says life comes with its fair of shared challenges and hardships. And during tough times, it is easy to feel overwhelmed and doubt your ability to cope. But the truth is, you are stronger than you think. Human resilience is remarkable. Often, it is not until we are faced with adversity that we realize our true strength and potential. This understanding tends to come later in life for most women, after they've weathered few storms and emerged stronger on the other side. So if you're going through a difficult time, remember, you have an inner strength that is far greater than any challenges you face. And I'm putting up my 10 fingers and my 2 hands, everything. I am stronger than I think. You women out there are stronger than you think. We've got a call, and let me see if we can take it. Yes, we have 7 minutes before 9. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed.
Go ahead.
No, we doesn't have to please everybody. When you dress, your husband, your wife, your father, mother, some people might not like it. But what my advice to the whole world today is, when you dress, look at yourself and ask yourself that question. If Jesus comes today, would you love to see me that way? Thank you.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
Yep.
Good. Do you know, I don't know what it is to feel unloved at any point in my life.
And that's really good, because you love you.
I love myself.
There you go.
And that's not a selfish love or a boastful love. And actually, it is that love, that self-love, that drives a lot of my decision making. So in life, because I love myself, I'm going to make choices and decisions that to me adds to my life. And I'm going to avoid the things that I believe that are going to remove from myself or change me as a person, or is going to put me in a position or an environment that I do not believe I can thrive or be my best self, the best version of myself. So, having that self-love, having that the self-care, having that self-awareness, being comfortable with yourself, with your insecurities, with your, your flaws, what people consider flaws. All of that, to me, is really, if we focus and we instill those things into our young people, they would start recognizing these traits and these opportunities to grow themselves at a much earlier age, as opposed to when they're left on their own. And life has to, life's journey is what is doing the teaching of the lessons.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I've got a daughter and I've got a son. And, guys are more, out there doing their thing, their cars and everything like that. I had to protect my daughter. And let me tell you something. I could let her go any part of the globe right now and not be afraid of her doing any stupidness at all. Because I've taught her to have self-value, self-image, and all of the above, and be strong in your thinking and not anybody trample upon you. Love yourself more than anything else and love it first. Because if you don't love yourself, this is when your self-esteem is going to take blows. This is when your confidence is going to take blows. And people are going to make you feel less of a person. Don't do that. Her answer to me was, Mom, I grew up with you. Love yourself first. I'm not saying it in a selfish way to say, oh, I love myself and I'm conceited. No. Because if you don't, who, as you said, is going to do it for you? Who?
Exactly. I grew my daughter up in a space where, at an early age, even, some of my friends would be, why are you saying this to this girl? She's a young girl, you're going to change her view of life and so on and so forth. I'm like, no.
Sometimes you have to.
I'm telling her what's the reality of life and allow her to make her choices. She would choose what she thinks contribute to her growth and self-development as opposed to what can be, how she can be taken advantage of and later on create hurt and pain for her. At the end of the day, we have to withstand the consequences of our choices. So make a good choice in the first place.
Okay, we have the last one because we have someone coming in at 9 after the news. And the last one is the ultimate takeaway. Embrace your journey. Every woman's path is different. It's filled with unique challenges, victories, heartbreak, and triumphs. And it's these diverse experiences that shape us, teach us, and ultimately make us who we are. It's completely natural and normal to learn these lessons at different stages of life. There is no set timeline or rulebook to follow. What matters most is acknowledging these lessons when they do arrive. No matter how late it may seem, it's about embracing them with grace and allowing them to guide our future steps. Whether you're still figuring things out or have started acknowledging these lessons, remember, it's your journey. Each step you take is a testament to your strength and resilience. We've got a call, and we have, 2 minutes before the 9 o'clock hour. Let's go. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I am good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good,
Good.
Oh, so there's the last topic, right?
Yes.
Embracing your journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm privileged to talk about it because I think that embracing your journey covers from number 1 right down to number 8, 7, 8, and 8. Because when you embrace your journey as a person, you have to have acceptance. That's the first and foremost. You have to accept the journey. If you don't accept it, you have to be acknowledging where you are in life, understanding your current circumstances, and making peace with your past, with all your failures, all your accomplishments, everything. Make peace with that. And once you recognize that, we're going forward or back, your story would be a unique one. So you have to accept that. Throughout the whole process, you have to have growth. You have to have a mindset for growth. The challenges and the setbacks, the failures. I heard Jeremy was saying, for some people, failure once they feel it's over, you can't make that be your final. For one failure, it could be 1, 2, 3 failures you have in life. You can't let it set back. That mindset of yours has to be so strong that, hey, I am going to grow from all these bad experiences, all the good experience. I can take that and develop myself, be a better person. All that is about embracing your journey and accept it. It's about acceptance, your mind, your acceptance, you have to have self-compassion. Love yourself. You must love yourself first and foremost. You can't expect for anybody to love you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, they may tell you that they love you, but hey, they could be lying. Yes, they may do, but yourself, you loving yourself could never go wrong. It's unconditional. It's very unconditional. And you have to accept the purpose and the direction in which you're going. Once you know what you want, you set out on that path, and just accept the purpose and accept the direction. Go with God. Have faith and have that confidence in yourself, and have that resilience. Life has a lot of ups and downs. Just embrace it and enjoy every minute of it.
Thank you very much. We have to go to news.
Foremost, love yourself.
Love yourself. Thank you very much.
Love yourself.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you.
It is 9 o'clock. We're going to go to news, and when we come back, we'll do a quick recap of what's going on.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by the Northern News Network. The details when I return.
Grenada Community Partnership Initiative.
Leicester is the main fishing village in Carriacou, and we have lost a big part of the reef system around Carriacou over the years. The Grenada funding will target relocating by rock structures, and a lot of the reefs that we have lost we can replace. So I think we're really grateful and thankful to Grenada for coming through with that funding for us.
Grenada, energizing our community.
Hello and welcome back. Maxine and Twine with the details. Over 40 participants, including farmers, Ministry of Agriculture and Fisheries technicians, and extension officers, are currently taking part in a sea moss production training workshop, which began on Monday and will continue until June 5th. In the region in Barbados, Anglican Bishop the Right Reverend Michael Maxwell is worried about the number of atheists in Barbados. He says on a survey completed by the Barbados Statistical Service in 2021, just over 62,000 people have indicated they are atheists, or those who do not believe in the existence of God. Bishop Maxwell was speaking during a 50th anniversary service at the Church of Christ the King. He believes the situation stems from a failure to do missionary work, which involves going out and spreading the word. The bishop says the church has instead been in pastoral mode, only taking care of current membership.
This is an alarming statistic, for it suggests that not 5%, it suggests that not 10%, but it suggests that 45% of persons living in Barbados have no affiliation with a religion or are saying that they do not believe in God. 46% of our population, just 1% over those who say that they're atheists, declare themselves as Christians. That is certainly worrying as well. Many of us as adults have failed to proclaim our faith or stand up for the truth and to reverse the current trend of more persons becoming atheists, because it seems to be an upward trend. It is high time now for our church to arise and once again boldly and openly, like the early apostles, proclaim our faith in God, who has been our creator, redeemer, and sustainer.
On the international scene, at least 21 people have been killed after a series of storms in the central United States. Tornadoes and heavy rain hit Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Kentucky. Forecasters are warning there's more to come. Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher reports from Washington, D.C.
The unofficial start of summer in the US marked by devastation across hundreds of kilometers. Substantial buildings torn apart in seconds by tornadoes. If this is what could happen to bricks and mortar, mobile homes stood little chance.
We felt it hit the house and just felt it started sucking air up through the walls and the windows. I heard the roof go. I started worrying about my brother because, of course, his house was out here in the middle of it all.
A third of all Texas counties are under disaster declaration. Children among the dead, the governor hoping the number of fatalities won't rise further.
We are going through the heart-wrenching loss of life, including the heartbreak of a family losing a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old child. When they woke up yesterday, they had no way of knowing how the family would be literally crushed by this horrific storm.
Search teams in 4 states are working their way through the wreckage. The heavy rain and high temperatures in some places aren't helping. More than 400 tornadoes have been reported in the US this month alone, the most since 2019. And now the storm is on the move, heading towards the US East Coast, with millions facing the severe weather threats and whatever that may bring.
Thank you, Alan. And in sports, Elena Rybakina overcame a slow start to defeat Belgium's Greet Medin and reach the French Open second round. The world number 4 was broken to love in her opening service game. But from 2-0 down in the opening set, the 24-year-old rallied to win 10 consecutive games and take control on her way to a 6-2, 6-3 victory. This ends the latest news update as produced by Triple N. I am your presenter Maxine Entwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
Like family, it's always exciting when lottery players get together. Now the lottery games are joining in the fun. Check out the multiplier family of Instacash games. 5 times the cash at $2, 10 times the cash at $3, and 20 times the cash at $5. On your tickets, match any of our numbers with any of the winning numbers and win the prize below that number. There's more. Multiply your winnings up to 5 times, 10 times, or 20 times more. Winning is easy. Play Monday to Sunday. There are no draws to wait on. Win instantly. It's the multiplier family of Instacash games with over $675,000 to be won instantly. Don't just buy one, buy all, because family is everything. Must be 18 years and older to play. NLA, making family dreams come true.
Tourism is me. Tourism is you. Tourism is everybody, and tourism connects us all.
Did you know that tourism generates revenue and foreign exchange earnings?
Did you know it stimulates infrastructural development and facilitates cultural exchange among people?
You must know tourism is linked to all industries,
from agriculture to construction.
So support the industry today and be welcoming to all our visitors.
Tourism is my business. Tourism is your business. Tourism is our business. Listen one and all. Tourism connects us all.
A message from the Ministry of Tourism
and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
The new National Party St. Patrick's West presents a pre-Father's Night dance on June 8th. Bar ice cold. Doors open at 10 p.m. Tickets $20. Music by DJ Just Gus the Immortal. Small Clothes International. Where? At the arena. Where else? In Plains in St. Patrick. A pre-Father's Night dance to show Dad you are appreciated. See you there.
What you say? When you talk, where you going? Where you going? What you say? When you talk.
And we are back. Now, this morning we're talking about the 99% of women learn a bit late. Lessons we learn a bit late. I am in that 1% of the women. I mean, not 1% of the women, because I kind of learn the things and I'm not. So the headings were, it is okay not to please everyone. 2, perfection is a myth. 3, self-care isn't selfish. 4, it is okay to say no. 5, failure isn't the end. 6, you are enough just as you are. 7, it is not too late to start anew. 8, your happiness is your responsibility. 9, you're stronger than you think. And to culminate all of this, it says the ultimate takeaway, embrace your journey. So, as you continue on this path, keep in mind, it is never too late to learn, grow, and embrace the wonderful woman you are becoming or you are. That's it in a nutshell. And women, I spoke to you this morning. I didn't expect to get much calls because I wanted you to sit there and take it in. We are nurturers by birth or by tradition or by training. And I'm not asking anybody to break that. All I'm saying is yourself, your worth, your self-esteem, your confidence, all that needs to come into play in your life. Because at the end of the day, you are the one holding the short end of the stick by giving so much of yourself to everyone and none for yourself. Gentlemen, start your engines.
Well, I would go here simply because, not because I love you so much.
Oh, you love me. He loves me.
But the last caller that called really left an impression on me because exactly what she said, it's really the way I wanted to close on this topic. And I wanted to just share something that I had here. It says, some people may struggle to learn from failure because they have a fixed mindset. This means they believe their abilities and traits are fixed and cannot be changed. Mm-hmm. And as a result of that, it's what we spoke about earlier, about not learning from the failure. And it ties directly into what the caller said. It's because you have that fixed mindset and you believe that the mindset and that your traits that you've learned, you've been cultured into, that they cannot change. And that is a total fallacy. You have that ability and that power within you to change your mindset at any point in time. It is that mindset that's going to pick you up when you fail. It is that mindset that's going to drive you and force you to spend time with yourself, getting to know yourself, learn yourself, enjoy being with yourself, loving yourself. And it is that self-love that is going to drive your decision-making, that's going to keep you on a path that you continue to do the things that add to that self-love and that self-growth, and you want to keep away from the things that are going to detract you or are going to take away from that self-love and that self-growth. And that would be my advice to not only women, but also our young men as well.
So the program is not ending. We have a beautiful little lady here that is going to talk to us, Asha Lingard. After we finish here, we're going to teach into her because, again, she's talking about women. It's like today is Women's Day at Real FM. Now, here is a comment here from Selma Charles. She's in Montreal, Canada. I tell you, my peeps are coming out left, right, and center. That's a new peep just that you and have none. She says, I am listening from Toronto. I'm listening from Canada, Montreal. I love this morning's program. Thank you so much. We always try to please and to educate the people when we have our mental health program. Goddess Bella says, Miss GJ, my parents instilled that the same thing in my life. When it happens, we can't guarantee to be everything our parents taught us all. We can do it, and all we can do is live and learn. Accountability will go the long way. If you take account for the things in your life, it will take you further. Pedro Drummond says, he's in Barbados, you must find your purpose in life and accept it. It will always differ. Give thanks all. You see, these are the positive effects that you can get when you speak about topics that touches everyone in every way. I may say one thing, you may say one thing. The callers that call says something, and everybody can take a little bit of it and change their life differently to get out there. Like Lorna says, doors are going to be opened. Jenny says she used walk-in that cleared her mind. You know, all of it, failure is not the end of everything. And as Jay says, number 3, when you talk about failure encompasses all of these things, the topic of number 3, because each and every one of us failed at some time in our lives, at some things we did. But did it make us sit down there and not get up? No. All of us got up. Some of us are still getting up. But continue. Do not fail. And let no one tell you that you're a failure, because this is what they want so that they can keep tramping on you and cause you to be in a corner where you always have to depend on them for something. And I, for one, know that it is not a good thing to always be depending on someone for something in your life to make you a different person. You go, Mr. Thingy, and you jester.
Mr.
Claire, I think really and truly from the topic, because I thought this morning from this topic, I might have been really out of place with this when I saw the topic this morning, but so much has been said, yeah? And quite a number of people put things into perspective with regards to the topic. You know, Jay made some valuable points, the callers. But I just want to, from a man's perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever women are going through, there are certain percentage, might be very small, but they go through it as well. So my appeal is for the men as well, who are stuck in certain situation. You don't just sit back in it, you know. Force through the doors, you know what I mean? And broaden your horizon and get out of certain situations just the same as women have been encouraged to, right, on this occasion. So my appeal is to the men to do the same who are stuck in certain abusive relationships as well.
Okay, thank you very much. It's on both sides. So we come to the end of our mental health program this morning. Now, as I said, we have a nice little lady here by the name of Asha. Asha, what's your last name again? Lingard. Yes. So she's going to talk to us this morning. She has a company called Fiery Grenada Head, Face, and Body Spa. And again, it's coming up to the women. And we're going to take calls if she's accepting calls and to say what it is that she's doing. She says they are the first head spa in the Caribbean and is currently the only spa within the Caribbean. So that's huge according to the used car salesman and them. That is huge. First. And her mantra is at Fiery Grenada, Head, Face, and Body Spa. How you look and feel is your guiding principle. No matter which spa services you choose, our mantra is to help you perfect your signature look and feel to create a beautiful and complete you. When you want to relax, feel pampered, or create a new look, choose Fiery Grenada Head, Face, and Body Spa. Whether you come to our spa for facials, micro needling, red light therapy, manicure and pedicure, or one of our many other services, our team will take care of you and give you the best experience. We use modern techniques and technology to give you a look and feel that you love. Now, I'm starting off. Women, men, it's for both sexes, I think.
Yes, it's the unisex spa.
Unisex spa. You can go. You see me, I'm glowing like I am a greasy motor oil this morning. And you won't be seeing me because the cameras can only concentrate on who you're seeing here. I take pride in my skin and how I look at it because I only have one skin that I can take care of. So when you have your skin and you feel that you need a little facial or something, don't sit there and say, I'm bother, because people can see the impurities when they look at you. They can see the holes, the pores, the needs, it blocked with all kind of blackheads and so that need to be cleaned. When I was in Toronto, every 3 months I go to the aesthetics people to get my facial done. And because I'm here now, that doesn't mean that I don't get the facial done as I ought to, but I follow a procedure every day. You wash, you pat. And don't take something and scrub your face and all this kind of thing. You pat. You spray your toner. You pat it in. And then you put your moisturizer. And see?
We have the professional here.
Please don't forget the sunscreen because the big myth that black people don't need sunscreen.
Mm-hmm.
And what it does is actually it creates genetical effects to our skin. So we will start having like all these moles, we don't know where we're getting them from. Sun damages and all of these things that is caused by the sun. And we always because we have been stigmatized so long that, we don't need sunscreen, that's for white people. Really and truly, the sun that we had like 50 years ago is not the same now. It's getting more and more aggressive. And in order for us to remain young and look fresh and healthy, we have to apply sunscreen. That's one thing our people choose not to do, but it is very essential to our body and to take care of us.
The floor is yours. Take it away. Tell us. Tell us.
Okay, so you were saying about skincare and facials and everything, but we don't just do skincare and facials. We also, there's the outer appearance and then there's the inner appearance. Everything what you're going through in your body and all of those things. That's why we have stuff like red light therapy. People who have pain, who has a pelvic pain, foot pain, pains in different areas of your body. What that does is like red light therapy will repower your cells. So the cells would automatically go and fix whatever problem you have. So that's one other therapy that we do. It's also good for acne and mainly different kind of stuff. We are the first head spa, as you said, in the Caribbean up to now from my research, and we're the first and the only in Grenada. And even though we're a head spa, people always say, what's a head spa? What is that all about? So it's not just like you go to the hairdresser and you get your hair washed. It is very relaxing. It's very good for high blood pressure, because we will focus on certain areas to make sure that to help to relieve all of these things. Then it is also for chronic fatigue, extremely good for chronic fatigue, and stimulation of the hair for new hair growth, all of those stuff. So you're being put back into, we are resetting you to go back into the states of stress-free, to be stress-free from that, to help to control if you do have high blood pressure, and with a lot of other range of issues that the head spa will definitely help you. And anybody who has chronic fatigue, if you come to us, you will fall asleep within 10 minutes, and then when you go home, you will sleep better. That for the next 2 weeks.
Who are the people that you have? Are they trained like physicians or so? Because what you're saying is a kind of have me going here, head spa, this with high blood pressure and all that. Who are the people that you have in there working with you?
Well, I am mainly the person who's doing basically everything right now, because we're just starting off. Mm-hmm. So I went to school in Austria. I was living 20 years in Europe. I went to school in Austria to become an esthetician, a beauty therapist. Mm-hmm. And so all of these things that I've chosen, and for also lymphatic drainage and all those things, mm-hmm. I'm certified to do these things because I went to school for them.
Austria, so long, farewell. Song of music. That's it. And you know the funny thing, you're talking about Austria. Most of the estheticians that I used to go to in Toronto, some come from Serbia, some from Austria. It's like this thing is big out there. And you're right, when they put their hands on your face and so, sometimes I end up snowing inside the people place, you know? Because it just relaxes, yes. You relax your muscles and so. So where are you located?
We are located right now in Grenada, mm-hmm. Opposite, if you know where Food Fair is in Grenada, mm-hmm. Behind Food Fair, opposite Sizzle, there is a grill and bar and restaurant called Sizzle. Right there is a peachish orange building, Nello's Complex. That's where we're located, Unit 10.
And do you have to make an appointment to come see you because you're alone?
Yes. Well, I'm not alone. I have a nail tech that does the nails, and she's Grenadian. Mm-hmm. She's like a family to me. She does nails and everything nails related. That's what she does. I am the one who does like the head, the red light therapy, the lymphatic drainage, mm-hmm. and the other stuff.
You spoke about moles, mm-hmm. and yes, it's true that some of us, you go to sleep one night and you wake up in the morning and there's a mole sitting somewhere there, and some women, I see most of the women have moles all over their faces. Is that from sun damage?
It's
alone?
Free
radicals.
Yes. So what happened is like your mom had maybe some moles back mm-hmm. in the day, right? Mm-hmm. So this can be genetically passed on to you. Right. However, you can do something. What you can do is apply sunscreen and make sure that you are not exposed to the sun as much as possible, right? Okay, we need the sun as well. It's not like we can do without the sun, because we need the sun for vitamin D mm-hmm. and other stuff. We need the sun. So, but because your mom had a lot of moles doesn't mean that you have to have them, because it is a genetical defect. Mm-hmm. But when you do things to avoid this, and one of the main thing is because it's free radicals that goes on to just pass on because they're damaged cells. Mm-hmm. Sun plays a very major role into that. You
said we black people have the myth that we do not have to wear sunscreen or anything like that.
Especially the men.
And that is true because we tell ourselves we are in part of the equator, we are black and melanin.
Yes.
Skin is going to protect us. But as you say, the sun comes now with the father, the daughter, the brother, the everybody now. It is hot.
But it's not just that. But what people fail to understand, yes, we have melanin in our skin, but what does that do? So the melanin tools in our skin is what protect. That's why we get a tan. Like if I have a tan right now, but when you go, if you notice people that go to countries or they were never that light, and when they're coming back from Canada, you're wondering, oh my God, what happened?
No sunshine.
So what the thing is, the melanin tools in our skin that protects us from not getting like a sunburn. We as black people, we have that privilege. But somebody who does not have it, like a lighter skinned person, like from Ukraine and all of these things, they only have a percentage of 10 minutes that once they're in the sun for 10 minutes, they are protected, but after that, they get a sunburn. So we have it, and the reason why that we get a tan is because these are fighting to protect our skin by all means necessary.
Oh, so when we're walking with umbrellas, people in the sun, we're doing ourselves an injustice.
No, when we're walking with
without an umbrella.
When we're walking without an umbrella, we're doing ourselves an injustice.
So if you're wearing sunscreen,
yes,
you're protected. Now, the moisturizer that I wear has SPF 30. Is that enough for my skin, for my face?
Yes, it is enough for you. It is enough for you. But what our people forget to do is also reapply, because you have to reapply like every 4 to 5 hours. So we don't reapply either. So that's also another thing. I am guilty of that as well. Like once I put,
I go about my business and that's it.
Yes, so that's why they're also making like makeup powder right now. So you can just put it over it and you don't have, and that reapplies. The best sunscreens are, because there are chemical sunscreens and there are mineral sunscreens. The chemical sunscreens go into your skin and it does protect it, but the minerals are the best because what it does, it just reflects the sunlight. It doesn't reflect the sunlight off your skin, so it bounces off your skin, so it don't penetrate the skin at all.
That's the minerals.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's the only thing is with the minerals, most of them have a light white cast or an extreme white cast. So because of that, people tend to stay away from them. But those are the best ones for us because it doesn't go into your skin at all. It just actually let the sun bounces off of your skin.
So if I decide to say I'm going to Fari for facial, do you first test your skin type to see what your skin is sensitive to or not before you do the facial?
We have different, and I can analyze the skin. I'm actually getting a face analyzation machine as soon as possible. It's already on its way, where you will just sit in front of it, you look into it, they will tell you everything if you are dehydrated, how fast you're aging, stuff like that. It will just shows you a full report of what's going on with you.
Well, girl, let me tell you something. Don't put me in no machine that tell me how fast I'm aging.
No, but if it tells you, then you can do something about
Yes,
it. That's
yes.
the reason why you want to see the stages and the steps, because then you're able to do something about it. It will tell you, okay, this is recommendations that we're making for these kind of situations. Some of the times we always see these things as bad, but we can prevent. Prevention is the key for everything.
I can't believe that you're saying that the moles come from the sunshine.
It's one of the main causes. It's the main cause actually. That and our people, like I said, you notice when you're 15 or 16, you don't have any, you start seeing them coming more and more. And the thing is, we can prevent it by really and truly using. And the thing is also, our kids are in the sun at a far too early age, meaning our kids should not be in the sun every day, not unprotected. Without sunscreen. They shouldn't be in the sun until they're like 2-3 years old.
So do we put them in a bubble then?
No,
what
you
happens?
should protect them. You should use a mineral sunscreen to make sure that they're protected, or put on a hat on their face or stuff like that. sun protected clothes that are not exposing, like not too short shorts or whatever, different kind of things that can actually help to prevent all these things from happening.
I just want to ask one question, because you speak about the moles and it can be of heredity, right? But you also say that the sun could cause it. But something can be done, right? Does that come with any side effects at all in trying to do something?
No, there are many different ways. I am not doing any mole removal at this point because I would have to do another training to do that. However, there are many ways of getting rid of them, like they can be freezed off. Cold plasma is a very good effective way. There's also radio frequency where you can just use it and just there is this little kind of thing that you just scrape it off your skin. And as the most important thing, to make sure you go to a dermatologist, because people, even though I am working with skin, I'm not a dermatologist. You always have to get these things. I can check it and see if it is cancerous, but main thing you have to do, go to the dermatologist and make sure it is not. And if you see the mole change in size and shape and all of those things, because you always have to look at the discoloration, if it change size and shape and all of those things, go to a dermatologist, make sure that it's not cancerous, and they will tell you how to go about doing it.
So you have these two handsome gentlemen in front of you here. And I say that loosely. What if you look at their face and so, which one are you going to take first to say, give them a good?
I wouldn't say. That's the thing,
that girl.
That's like they're both different skin types first and foremost. And I would have to look more underneath the microscope to see. But for him, I would say he has a lot of acne scars from his younger days. So I would say he should, if he wants to even out his skin and get rid of those acne scars, he can do a microneedling treatment. What this does, it goes back into your skin and revitalize the skin, gives small holes in it, and it will produce elastin and collagen. So what that does is like fill back out those spots and make it look younger, fresher, and that little something there, so the young girl them can say, I saw him, start look like
a good young person.
Yeah.
Okay. But here, this is for you now. You come on. And this gentleman, he has nice skin. You can tell he has nice skin.
He has like a really even skin tone.
Yes.
But I think from looking here, you can't.
Looks could be deceiving.
But that's just because that's the sun. That's you having a tan right there. That's a perfect example of you protecting your skin and not protect, because you can see it right there, right? So this is where you wear your shirt at, and the other half of your hand has a tan more than here, right? The top part of your hand. So guess what? The melanocytes in your hand, they are doing everything to protect your skin, and here those don't have to work as hard as. So those are the things that people tend to, because knowledge is key. So without the knowledge, you don't know these things are happening. You don't understand why. Lots of times, even when they go to doctors, not throwing the doctors underneath the bus, they don't explain these things to the people. So the people don't really understand the facts and how to go about doing and protecting them skin even on protecting themselves overall. So sometimes they will go to the doctor and doctor will just tell them, oh, this is what it is, but they don't explain into depth why, how comes that. So these things are actually also necessary for our people to be more and do more for themselves and prevent more.
Now, do you do, sometimes you have your skin and you get a pimple and you did not get like a blackhead and it collapsed. Can you remove collapsed blackheads?
Yes, you can do it. I can do that.
Again, I'm coming to you. I've got one, and I go for facials, and it says, oh, you may have to get surgery, and I can't stand to see this thing in the corner because I know it's a collapsed blackhead.
Yeah, well, I will have to look at, because there's some, like if it's like the hole is there, then you might have to get something to remove the hole,
Mm-hmm.
to remove the cell,
Mhm.
because the cell is like dead. It's like a dead
Yes.
cell. So they have to get something to remove that, and then it will start doing back by itself. So, but I also that what could happen is a microneedling we could try a microneedling session and see the progression of that as well. But we would have to look at that because I don't want to promise you anything that
I understand. Yeah. I prefer you be straight up and
Yes,
tell me.
exactly.
Now,
And that's what I'm about. Yeah.
So when you make, I don't know if you want to tell what it costs, because you do different things. Like mani pedi come together. You can just do a mani, you can just do a pedi.
And we are the only spa that can do a mani pedi and a facial at the same time and have a hair wash at the same time.
You put me lie down on a bed or something?
Yes, because they're gonna that our head spa. We lie on a bed. You get a hair wash, you get your manicure done, and your feet at the same time.
Well, look at that, people. Look at that.
How you feel about snoring while that's taking?
Right, because guess what? There is a relaxing music being
Yeah.
played in the background, and me, I'm enjoying my job because I just see you just there, just pass out, because that's like the best feeling for me, to see somebody is able to relax and rejuvenate.
Now we know there are a lot of men that are heterosexual these days. They go to get what do they call them? Metrosexual.
Yeah.
They get their nails done, they get their eyebrows done, they get their whatever done and stuff like that. So if someone comes to you, like Jester or Jay comes to you and says, I want the whole works, what would that run him approximately? Like from head to toe?
Depends. So, but I have a luxury thing, which is basically almost everything, and that costs like a 750 EC.
Huh? Like 700.00.
No, 700.
Yeah, 700.00. Okay.
So, but that's how the whole works.
The
You
whole
get
of-
like everything, you know.
But he has no hair.
He has no hair. We can do a microneedling treatment to make sure that he has stimulated his hair and it start growing back.
When you end up, if you want to see the white hair that come out in the head, you know.
But it doesn't matter. It's his hair, you know. He can do other things to it after.
Good morning, Mackenzie. Hope all is well. Yes, you know, if you all want to call and ask Asha any questions in reference to what she's talking about this morning, you can do that. But the thing is, why everything that you tell us, and so why is everything has to be in St. George, that we have to take that long trip to get to you?
You know, the
what
funniest
about
thing
Guava?
is, I think once I'm established, I might do
Different parishes?
Not different parishes, but somewhere near in this, because I have a client. She's come from Bridge Grove. I don't want to say
The Bridge Grove?
Yes,
Okay.
that place.
Mhm.
And she said to me, listen, if you were nearer, it would be such a pleasure. But
Mhm.
she comes once a week to me in the spa for red light therapy because she has pain in her legs, and
Mhm.
she went to doctors for years, and now she has found something that is actually helping her.
What is red light therapy, may I ask?
So red light therapy is, like I said, what it does, it powers the mitochondrions in your body, and the mitochondrions is the one that helps to heal your body naturally. It's like it repowers your cells in general, but it repowers the mitochondria. So if you have acne and you're having acne issues, you can use it for acne. You can use it for basically almost anything, because it's just so you might come and you want to do thing because your foot is hurting you,
Mhm.
or whatever. You want to do it for pain management, but then you realize that your skin is clearing up. So you might be doing it for one thing, but then you have multiple benefits from it, because it is really repowering your cells to go out and work on your body. And the older we get, we have a slow cell turnover. So when you were like 15 and you get a cut on your hand, that heals up within days.
Mhm.
When you're at 52, you will have that for like weeks, so you don't know why that is happening. And what this does is help your cells to turn over as soon, faster. You get more energy from it. Many different, like I said, it has many different benefits.
So if I'm suffering with back pain or so, like DDD,
Yeah.
and I come to you and I say, listen, my back is really, really bad, how you call it?
Red light therapy
can help.
Yes, definitely.
And
So the thing is, because it is so powerful, you're not allowed to do more than 30 minutes. So, and based on your situation, you can do from 10 to 30 minutes, and most times I don't even recommend 30 minutes. I recommend from 10 to 20 minutes. And once you get in, because this, even though you have the issue and you may come and you may feel the difference, because sometimes you just feel more energized. And sometimes you feel meanwhile you're underneath it, you feel the pain dissolving. So everybody it works with them differently based on their issues. But like I said, so you have to do, for real results, you have to do multiple. And if you have like a back pain or whatever, I recommend you to do back-to-back treatment, starting from 10 to 15 minutes, and then you can take it from there. Then you will see the progress, how it's been, how you're feeling, whatever, and then based on your feedback, then we curate, we adjust the doses, and we adjust everything to fit your needs and your concerns.
So what has been the support of your company for so far?
It's been at first it was the head spa, because it's new to Grenada, it's new to the Caribbean in general. I had a few persons from Trinidad writing me because they saw it because it's been alive in the Asia for years. They've been using that for years, and they were like, oh, when I'm in Grenada I want to try that. But right now, I think it is the acne care, because right now that is catapulting. So.
What causes acne? Is it what we eat, or is it the sun? What causes acne really?
Acne can be from many different things. It depends. It can be from the stuff that you eat. Most times what happens is, you notice when people, what is the main thing is unstable hormones. That's the main thing, but it can be caused by different. If you notice, when people get acne is when they're in their teenage years and their body starts to flip out and all of this. That's when you start getting acne, and that's when you start getting pimples, because the unbalance in our system. So some people have it worse than some, and what can cause that is because of the different foods. Milk products is one of the
culprit.
Yeah, one of the things that our people have been. We can't let go. So that is one of the biggest things that actually helps to cause these inflations. But like I said, acne is many causes, but the main thing is the chemical imbalance in our system.
Do you do massages at your place?
No, we don't do massage. I do a cosmetic massage, which is not like a deep tissue massage or anything. I would have to go back to school to do that, so I don't really promote the massage thing. But yeah, that's.
So it's head, face,
body, and when I say body, like for pain management and for acne care and also lymphatic drainage. That's a machine that is supposed to be coming soon. So lymphatic drainage is to also help you to get rid of the excess fluids that are causing our body stress. You know, sometimes you think somebody has like a double chin or whatever, but it's really and truly the lymph nodes are blocked and stuff like that. So it is a spa, but it's also a lot of health benefits that will not just for today, but also not just for relaxation, but also things that will help us in the future. Another thing that we don't have it as yet, but we're going to introduce it to you, is muscle building.
Hold on, muscle, you don't have to exercise?
That means you can still exercise, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So
well,
like
people
like Kim Kardashian, because they don't have time, and all of these people, they use this kind of treatment.
And when they have us believing that they go into the gym and lift and lift.
Yes, they don't.
Oh, okay.
They don't.
Okay, let's talk about muscle building.
I just want to ask one question here,
no problem.
because my come out in a kind of oily skin type family, right? So I have my little son coming up now. He's like 11, and I realize, like, as you grow older, as you say, when you get into your teenage years. So what sort of advice you may have so as to prevent that you don't probably end up with like how I ended up
squeezing because I'm sure you used to squeeze the hell out of that face.
Oh yeah.
And that is very, very bad. Because that's caused a lot of scarring. And the thing is, once you realize that you have it, it's better you consult with the esthetician. Ask them what's going on. Bring them to somebody who are professional and know what they're doing. Because at the end of the day, is yes, you can tell people don't eat this, because sweets is also another culprit. Yeah, they a lot of sweetie, a lot of ice cream, all of these things. When you think about it, everything nowadays that we're eating has sugar and salt. And so yes, we can tell them, but what they can do to start preventing is like get a gentle wash and a toner and a moisturizer. Those are the 3 basic stuff that every child, boy, girl, woman, man, everyone needs.
In fact, that's why I stopped eating meat a long time ago. Because I remember when I went to the doctor and the diet and thing he had me on. Even today I avoid things like dairy products a lot, and I don't eat certain things up to today, that's why I'm not eating meat for all these years. So.
Mr. Nice Skin, sit over there asking a question.
No, I actually don't have a question. I actually have a confession to make. To be quite honest.
Confess is good for the soul.
So through my line of work and people that I come across, friends I've made in that industry, I've received many complimentary passes and so on to go to do these spas and that kind of thing. I've never done one, to be quite honest, never. There's one time I really considered doing it. Somebody was going to take me. They insisted they were going to actually bring me because they knew probably wouldn't show up for some reason to take me to the appointment for one, and I had agreed to go. And while I was dressing to leave, an emergency popped up at my work. And I missed the appointment, and that just never happened again.
Wow.
But this is the first time I've actually, had this conversation with someone that now I'm seeing the benefits beyond relaxing at a relaxing day. I'm a person, if I want to relax, I kick my feet up anyway on a nutmeg tree, and I'm relaxed, believe you me. But I'm seeing the other health benefits from this, and at my age now, I'm a little bit more health conscious. Being male again, I'm also more conscious of our tendencies as Caribbean males, as it pertains to taking care of our health and looking forward. And I was very happy to even hear her mention about young boys, my sons, for example, that I've never considered this in my life, taking my son to a spa and having him whatever. So I'm really impressed and intrigued by this, and I'm almost certain that I'm going to pop up at her place at some point in time.
All of us.
We're going to go together. All right.
Just that you're coming.
I just want to ask again, Claire. This is serious thing. All right. Right. So you say something can be done to improve the look of my face, right? Would it be a process, or is it like it don't happen like in 1 day, 2 days?
So alright, what happens is, like I said, I think a microneedling would work for you. What this does, like I said, it puts small holes into your face to bring back the elastin and the collagen production, right? So it also helps with like hyperpigmentation, to even out your skin tone, those kind of stuff. So, but this procedure is done like most people said every 6 weeks. But knowing the fact that some of the times in that 6 weeks, that's when your collagen really starts to peak, and you don't want to cut that peak, because once you cut that peak, then the it's just like building muscles, right? If you're building your muscle and you notice some people, they have muscle, but it's like they walk away because the muscle, the the things are getting shorter and shorter, so they can't really relax their hand. They big and you know they don't have
an imbalance happens.
They don't have this. The Usain, because Usain Bolt and all of those, they also have lots of muscles, but when they look more refined and relaxed. So when the collagen is peaking, you don't want to disturb that, because then you're not going to have the full benefit of it. So I say every 8 weeks. And for like you, I would have to look at you again, but I think like 5 sessions every 8 weeks, and then after that we can look like maybe once a year to make sure that you maintain it, and they get finer and finer and less, because also people with like huge pores is very beneficial, because if it's good for scars, it's also good for huge pores and stuff like that. So that would be like a very good treatment that would really help you. You will see benefit. You will see the big difference.
Okay, so do you have some cards, some business cards?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I'll check with you after.
Someone wants to know the ballpark price. So I know you said $700, and $700 from your head,
yes,
all the way down to your big toenail.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
700, and you get the full body. You don't do massages.
You get a little body massage as well, but it's not like I said, I do a cosmetic massage, but I don't do like deep tissue massages, and so I would have to go back to school to do that.
But you're right, because when I used to go for massages and for facials and so, the massage, let me tell you, from your head, and they come around your shoulder and your back, and they work that muscle here, and I'm snowing like a mad person, and when I catch myself, I'm like, did I snow? She said that was okay. I'm feeling so bad, because it really relaxes you. And it depends on what you get. Sometimes they do the one where the deep facial, because there's alternate. I do a big one this 3 months, and the next time I do the one just to maintain. Yes. So I know what you're talking about, and I've been asking all around the place. Where can I go get a facial in here? But here you are. We got a call for you. Good morning, my friend. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Claire. Good morning, CJ. Jester.
Good morning.
My good friend, how are you this morning?
Good morning.
And your guest, that did not recall her name.
Her name is Asha Ling something. Tell him, please.
Asha. Good morning, Asha. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm great. My question is mainly regards to the older males listening to you, and what can we do to assist us as we age to keep our skin more supple and hydrated. I would confess, I'm not a water drinker. I'm starting to learn it all over again, but I'm not at my optimum.
I'm also not a water drinker.
I'm at the point where I notice my skin gets really dried out, especially when I wake up in the morning. I sleep in an AC conditioned, and I think that is affecting it also.
Yes,
so I'm wondering, what can I do to alleviate some of that? That's my question, especially for the older males.
Okay.
Also, you mentioned acne, and I noticed my wife did a treatment a while back, but all her acne is coming back, and I think that's you women go through a couple of phases in life, and she's in that third phase of her life that all the hormonal changes start to happen all over again. What would you recommend that she would do to kind of help her navigate that?
So first of all, I would have to see the stage of her acne that it is in, because there are many different stages. There can be fungal acne, there can be cystic acne, there's just a lot going on right there. I would have to see that. But how to maintain, for you are saying you're not a water drinker. I am also not a water drinker. What I do is get coconut water. And the coconut water will also help you, because that has a lot of electrolytes. And the best thing in the coconut water is to squeeze a little lime, or you should use it with sea moss, because sea moss has 102 minerals. No, our body needs 102 minerals, and sea moss has 97 from them.
Wow. Okay.
So
Simos, here we come.
So those things combined together will help you to maintain hydration. However, you have a killer in your house, as it's called, the AC. Use it when it's necessary and not right through the night.
You've been to his house?
No, you just told me.
She says you've got a killer in your house. This is the AC. Use it when you need to and not right through the night.
All right.
Yes.
So make sure you get your wife to go there. We all going together. We're going on a spa day. How you feel?
Clem, you don't go nowhere.
That was great. It's like that's real sweet up, but I don't think we can all go on the same day. You're gonna kill the poor young lady.
The young lady is a strong young lady. When you see the skinny like that, it's stronger than July, than a lion. Don't worry.
The funny thing, you just said July. That's fine. I'm a July 1st.
There you go. She's strong. Thank you so much. We shall chat. Thank you
for your question.
Thank you.
Yes. So you see, sometimes CMOS, I drink CMOS all the time.
Yes.
But I never thought about putting it in coconut because I know coconut water has a lot of electrolytes for sure.
Yeah, but you're doing it wrong. I bet you still drink it with milk.
What?
The CMOS. Are you
guilty?
Yeah, I know.
But sometimes
But that's the reason why you should use the coconut water and the jelly flesh from the coconut. You blend it and use that as the milk and not
the milk.
Milk.
Okay.
Because that's what's going to give you the coconut has the electrolytes, the sea moss has the minerals that you need. So both of them combined together will make you feel. If you do that for 1 week, call me and tell me how you feel.
Yeah.
Is it how I feel how my skin look?
Yes.
Well, my skin can look any better than it is right now.
Well, I mean, you never know. That's what you think.
I'll try it.
But not just about your skin. Your energy levels are going to go up. You're going to feel revitalized.
You're trying to make me crazy now, eh?
No,
okay.
I'm just, like I said, information and knowledge is key, is power, you know? And not because I know these things, that doesn't mean that I am going to tell you to come to the spa to pay to get them. These are free information that are there. We have to help our people to benefit longer and better from everything that is there.
No, when I say crazy, it's because you said my energy level is going to go up.
That's
the coconut water blended is, you know what I tried?
What?
The cane juice and the coconut water, man. Oh my gosh, that taste is out of this world.
Have you been out of this world?
And people, but I just tried that on my own, and many people are not aware, and I've been asking people to try that and see feel the taste of what it's like, man.
So I don't like sweet things, so I don't do cane juice.
Yeah. Cane juice is really, really sweet. Oh my God.
I've stopped eating one of my favorite fruits, which is grapes. I love grapes,
it
but
depends on which one, because there are multiple. Okay, well,
right,
the thing is, like Grenada and the Caribbean in general they don't bring in all the different varieties. So that's the reason why you may feel, but like green event, I'm speaking German, sorry. Green grape leaves. Those are like one of the most refreshing grapes you will eat, and they also used to make like wine and like a lot of grapes are used to it. But these ones have a tangy kind of taste to it, and it really is refreshing. When you eat those, you don't. It's like one of those grapes that I really love. But I understand what you're saying, because here's not a wide variety like what I was saying, like. Not even the US, I don't see so much grapes like in Italy and in Europe in general.
Because they are wine countries, that's the thing. Yeah.
What I find interesting is this combination of because I do weird stuff like I would make turmeric and ginger, draw it out, keep it in my fridge, and take a shot every day. For breakfast, I do tea, but it's lemongrass, orange peel, spice, and water. Mix together, just hot water, and that's it, no sugar. And that's been working. Yeah. So that works. And sometimes I put a drop of sorrel. No, sorrel petals in it, and that's my antioxidants, right there. Okay. Yeah.
A drop of lemon is good too.
As well. So so what I do with the lemon actually is that I squeeze the lemon in my water, and I drink that all day. So I'm a water person.
And that's but that's a good thing, because a lot of time people also don't really know this, like we will like we'll boil the lemon in the water. What that does is that it evaporates all the vitamins.
Just slice it and put it in.
It's better you just squeeze it after the fact, squeeze it inside and just
That's exactly what I just squeeze it in and leave it. But I'm thinking like the coconut water with the coconut milk and the sea moss. I've never even thought about that in my lifetime.
I'm gonna try it.
I'm definitely gonna try that.
Guys, you wouldn't believe. Guess what time it is?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Wow.
So I'll let you round up, Miss Asha, and maybe you can come back another time and give us more information. Yes. So tell us.
So you can find me at Far Grenada on Facebook, Instagram. On Instagram is I am Far Grenada, and across all platforms is for me Far Grenada. Our telephone number is 457-5710 if you want to make an appointment, and we look forward to entertaining each and everybody. If you have any questions at all, call me, ask me. I am at your service. Thanks guys for having me. It was really nice having this conversation. It was very interesting, and thanks Grenada for hosting me.
Thank you very much for coming, and we look forward to having more information from you. So when me and Stooge number 1, Stooge number 2, we're coming down there.
Listen,
the 3 Stooges coming up.
You know that right now I think it's better to keep you guys apart, because I don't want a landlord to come and say something is going on in us.
Thank you so much, Asha, and we'll talk to you soon. It is 10 o'clock, people, and thank you so very much for joining us until 10 o'clock with the mental health program, and now with the Fiery Grenada head to toe.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.